Well, my schedule's been all over the place, and it's been a hot second since I've streamed this game. But it's like, hey, let's actually beat it. And hello, Morris and Cheesy Pillow. I hope things are going well today. Welcome on into the shenanigans here. The last time I streamed this game, I tried to defeat Galdera after so much grinding, and I couldn't do it. And I've heard, yeah, that's your name. And I've heard tell of people apparently doing it at like much lower level. Just gotta do some specific setups or something for beating Galdera. So at the end of the last stream, my motivation was kind of really destroyed about being able to defeat Galdera. Cause I was like, man, how much more grinding time do I need to put in? But you know, if it's being done at a lot lower level and stuff, and I've already gone around and gathered so many cool things, it's like, okay, maybe it can be done with just like different setups then, is all it is. So, I don't know, maybe I'll take the time to defeat Galdera, but not today. I'm beating the game today. If I do end up doing it, maybe I'll sort out something before Fragapalooza, you know? That's maybe what I'll do and try to beat it with Guzma. I guess this is where I go for actually beating the game or something or other. So, yeah, that's the plan here. And if I have the time to look into it and generally what kind of stuff I should be doing, maybe I can just rearrange my current stuff and have it be possible to do, you know? So, yeah. But maybe I'll do that down the line, or maybe I won't. We'll see here. But right now, the current plan is, let's just beat the game, you know? Let's just do that. Never played Octopath Traveler. I think it's pretty fun, but it can be a little bit of a time investment, considering I have... What do I have now? Not friend list there. A decent smidge of hours in there. Definitely a hefty little smidge is the case. And I've been going very on and off on it. I love the first game. I quite enjoyed the second one, but I just feel like it's a little bit crazier when I don't have as much time for schedule stuff. Yeah, I can just slap this on here for now, you know? But yeah, love your arse critique. Okay, nice. I'm glad that you enjoyed that video there. You're just in Baldur's Gate 3, but the estimated length is longer than the Mass Effect trilogy combined, and dear God, that's terrifying. Jeez. I mean, I've heard of Baldur's Gate before because I know that it's one of those, you know, game IPs that Vice City is very famous for. I mean, same with Mass Effect. Yeah, that length is a little bit daunting, isn't it? I'm trying to wrap up, like, my current projects, and then, maybe I'll still have some time to hop into, you know, Fire Emblem Blazing Blade when I get the chance here, maybe. Something I'm also trying to figure out, do I have time to wedge it in somewhere, is Detective Pikachu, because apparently it's only like a little bit more than a 10-hour game. Something like that, before Detective Pikachu 2 comes out later this year. And I was like, okay, well, it would make sense for me to do the first one first, since the next one's a direct sequel. Anyone that just watches the movie and then, you know, Detective Pikachu 2, the story's not going to make sense, because the story of the first game is different from the movie. It has a lot of similarities, but there's a bit of differences as well. Certainly the case. But yeah, Fate's Conquest never happened. Yeah, who knows at this point? It's yeah, it's been a little bit of time. And yeah, Octopath Traveler and the other HD 2D games are in this style, which they have called HD 2D, which is basically like the 2D sprites of like SNES era kind of stuff. And but you know, the environments are 3D. Things like water and fire look realistic. I think it's a pretty charming art style. Yeah. Because it's a mustache stream, so we gotta do the mustache tech. Really, I got a random encounter here.
I shall be your opponent.
No. I guess I can up the game speed here. So, we have completed all 8 of the Traveler's main stories, and now we're ready to initiate Endgame and actually beat the game. See how the stories come together and stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen. Journey for the Dawn draws near. If you proceed, the actions you can take will be limited for a while. Any tales you wish to experience, you must complete before the Journey for the Dawn, but the choice is yours. I've got all the crazy equipment and stuff that I wanted when I gathered it for the sake of Galdera, so saving for progress after this point, but saving in a different slot is recommended. Okay. It is nice how they give you heads up like that, not, you know, games where you can just, like, screw with your save file, because, like, man, to beat the game, I really wanted this one piece of equipment, but now I can't ever go and get it and stuff like that. But yeah. You travel 8 different traveler stories in this. So there's 8 characters, you make a party of 4. So there's 4 others. I don't know if I can mess around with right now. Yeah, it's just the 4 here. I need to go to a tavern to mess around with my party. But each of them has their own stories that exist as like a pretty independent standalone thing. I've now completed all of those, and now, you know, that all those little short stories are completed, let's see how things play out here. Yeah, let's begin the tale.
The fire won't catch.
Let's give it another go, Agnia. Every failure brings us one step closer to success, eh?
Right. We just have to keep trying.
We've brought firewood, you two.
Thank you so much, Cassidy.
Be careful. A fire's not worth getting wounded over.
If it's flames you want, I can do it.
Not so fast, partner. How else are we gonna work up a sweat?
If you insist on being so inefficient.
We're back. We didn't find any beasts lurking about.
But we did find this water. Goodness, physical labor has never really agreed with me.
There's nothing like a good meal after a hard day's work, Temenos.
Speaking of which, I wonder how the hunters are faring.
Heave! Heave! Ta-da! It's not a feast without a main course.
A feast? This is enough meat for a butcher shop.
I didn't think hunting would be so much fun.
You've got the stuff that great hunters are made of, Throne.
Ochette would know.
Oh, are you retiring from the cleaning business, Throne?
Quiet, detective. Well then, I believe that's most everything. All that remains is...
Everyone's counting on us to light up their evening. It's time to get serious, Particio.
Right you are, Agnia.
Come on, Fire. You can do it.
We'll show this pile of sticks who's boss. There we go.
This will be a night to remember.
I think you might be right.
Now we feast.
This is... nice. Truth be told, this isn't where I imagined my journey would take me. I know what you mean.
As do I.
That's what makes journeys worth taking. You never know where you'll end up.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you cold?
Doubtless someone in Ku is gossiping about you at this very moment.
Perhaps they miss me as much as I miss them. My friends back home. I've learned much in our travels, and I hope I can use it to help my friends and nation.
I know you, Ohikari. And everyone's lives will be brighter for it.
Thank you.
Even after this journey ends, I'm going to keep on dancing around the world until I can dance no more.
Mind if I tag along? With Particio and Rock backing us, we can hop on a steam locomotive and bring smiles to every corner of the world.
That sounds amazing.
With one of those, you could save your feet for the important part, dancing. And I could extend a helping hand to places I've never even dreamt of.
Will you keep on with Air's apothecaries, Casti?
I want to resume my search for like-minded allies.
Now that's a dream I can get behind.
Yeah, me too.
I'm afraid there's one problem with this plan of yours. If you consider how many people there are in this world, then...
There's no room for logic in the realm of dreams, Professor.
Duly noted.
What'll you do, Oswald?
I have some unfinished business to conclude. There are many answers that have yet to be found.
Is that so? It's writ plain on your face. You're worried about your daughter.
There's one answer found.
And what of you, Tamanos? Have you found yours?
Almost. It's like a piece of meat stuck in between my teeth.
Ugh, I know what you mean. I hate that.
So, something's still troubling you, in other words?
Precisely.
So, your days as a detective aren't over yet, then. Well, I'm here if you need an assistant. Assuming you can afford me, that is.
My goodness. You're awfully greedy for an assistant. Even if I said yes, I'm sure you have your own path in mind.
I do. I want to go somewhere far away. To a place that isn't on any map. A place no one knows about.
A place none have laid eyes upon.
You all have such big hopes and dreams. I just want to feast every day. And to keep the people of Totohaha safe, of course. Should I be aiming higher?
Ah, seems like you've got some meat stuck in your teeth.
Don't worry, Ochette. That's a fine dream.
I suppose it is. Look! A shooting star! I wonder what tomorrow will bring.
Okay, I usually don't speak up all that much during cutscenes. I guess it's showing us that all these flames are going out. Does it really need to show all of them, but one by one, as it takes a little bit to load the next? Like, I get it. They're going out. Oh, including that one. I assume that's bad. Oh, the symbol, the loading symbol's different. Was that the battlefield from the beginning of the game in Temenos' story? Yeah, that's a different loading symbol.
What was that? I had an odd dream. There was a dark place, somewhere completely unfamiliar.
And a dark fire was blazing.
I saw the same thing.
Wait, are you yanking my chain? I saw it too.
We all had the same dream. Could it be a coincidence?
I very much doubt that.
I feel as if I've seen that place somewhere before.
Huh, I slept like a baby full of milk, though. Huh. Is it still night?
Strange. Dawn should be upon us soon.
We should patrol the area.
I can barely see a thing.
Huh? The stars. They're all gone. And the sky is pitch black.
Something is amiss. This is no natural nightfall.
Oh, Chet?
I felt this. It's just like before. On your guard, everyone!
Something's coming, and it isn't friendly.
It's here.
Are we good? Yeah, we're going right into battle, it
Now
seems.
it begins.
Also, during that set of cutscenes there, let me move my mouse cursor to the right screen, please. I appreciate the 5 bits there, Anima. I've apparently violated the law, huh?
Stop, you violated the law.
I assume these guys will be pretty easy. I didn't get to showcase what, well, I guess I did get to showcase what thingamabobs I had. I just didn't get to show them what they are and stuff. Me. I don't think I need to use things there. But, you know, I probably wouldn't really warrant doing a counter thingamabob. I should probably just, what's the thing of all foes? Yeah, because,
Fear of the warlord.
you know, they can't be that tough, right? Probably. I don't know.
Oh dear.
But yeah, so time's just been flying then. Oh, yeah, they're ready to go down here pretty soon. Yeah, let's do this.
Sacred flames wax. Oh, that's that.
There, that's that. Yeah, we good. We're a-okay. Yeah, I mean.
What was that?
Cassidy and I have seen beasts like that before.
At the time, we had no idea what they were, their nature.
I've seen them too. The black aura resembles the one true magic wielded by Harvey. He called it the Shadow.
A shadow. What is it?
I cannot say for certain, Not now, in any case.
Mysterious monsters. Just what we need.
We know next to nothing of this phenomenon. Not even the extent of its reach.
Does this shroud cover only this forest? Or is it much larger?
Nothing for it but to check for ourselves.
On that, I agree.
Well, we need to do something.
Unfortunately, we lack the information to know just what that something is.
It seems it's too early to sheath my sword. Let us walk together a while longer, friends. Until the night's end.
Eternal night has descended upon the world. The travelers decide to set out on a final journey to find the cause. Your destination will not be shown on the radar. Search for clues and find your heading. Oh, interesting. You can change your formation at any time from the main menu. Open the menu, select formation, and change your party as you please. Okay. Walk astride your fellow travelers on epic journey. Hello, hello, Gangster Samurai. How's it going? I do like how, an improvement of this game over the original is when everything came together for the final story in Octopath Traveler 1, it still could be that the main travelers could have canonically never met one another, potentially. They never interacted with one another. You go around doing mini-bosses based on all the different stories, and then you read lore entries that makes you go like, oh, that's how it's all connected as you put the pieces together. But in this game, we actually see the characters talking about like, hey, what's this going on? This looks similar to something we saw. This looks something similar to what I saw in my story too. You know, stuff like that. That kind of interaction that we didn't really have in the first game. Oh yeah, since it's been a little while since I've streamed Octopath Traveler, I guess I could also mention, because I haven't mentioned it yet in this series, in case anyone's wondering why the wall is just open over there, it's because my frame there fell a couple nights ago. Like, the tack that was holding it on the wall just bent after so much time. I mean, I guess it has been 5 years. Then it just kind of fell. So, ignore the open space on the wall. Also, I started getting warm, so I've taken off my stuff there. We've been waiting a while. The sun's still ain't rising. What in the world's going on? I don't know, but it's nothing good, that's for sure. Yeah, I did kind of knock over the plushies. You can see the couch is just kind of full of them right now. I figure I'll put everything up that's fallen, because there's things that have fallen, like there's an empty poster space there. There's things that are in the process of falling. Like my Link poster just above me is like falling off. It's in the process of that. Same with my Ocarina of Time poster. Wop back there if I hit the right button. Yeah, you can see that peeling off, the one with the Hylian shield and stuff. There's that, you know, that frame that was up there. So, you know, there's that. Yeah, that one's still fine. But tomorrow I'm going wig shopping with one of my cousin's kiddos for the final part of her cosplay. For, you know, just getting that wig there. And then the day after, we're going to Animathon. Me and both my cousin's kiddos. And I figure while I'm there, I'm probably gonna buy a bunch of posters and probably pick up some poster putty and stuff. I'll just put things back on the wall and figure it out after 2 days from now. You know, when I'm putting up new stuff anyway. Like, maybe I want to put up some new things in some places or something like that, you know? So, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it for now, and I'll sort everything out this weekend. That's my plan. So that's what's going on there. Those strange monsters earlier were a product of this darkness, then. We must figure out the cause of this long night, and soon. I couldn't agree more. First, we search for clues. Now you're talking. So, where do we start? Come on now. Must have some idea, right? Why don't we look for places like this one? What do you mean? I mean, other areas shrouded in the shadow. There are more? Can't say for sure, but it's the only heading we have. Fair point. Standing still will get us nowhere. Let's start by searching for other places blanketed in darkness. Alright. Looks like it's time to hit the dusty trail once again. But yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, this stream, yeah, no objective markers here. This is like more foggy and stuff. Can I fast travel still? Oh, I still can. Are there... Oh, yeah, that's more far. Oh, I probably have to go to these thingamabobs where the flames went out. Something or other. And there was 4 of them. Is that an area? No, that wasn't an area. It's just trick of the light there. Is this one? Tranquil Grotto? Something over here. Oh, I know for sure about the one in flames. Oh, I'd have to go north from here. I know for sure about that one, so let's go to that one because that's one that I know for sure where it is. So hey, let's do it. So will I relight things on the loading screen as well? And yeah, so I can tinker on a formation there whenever I want. All right. Oh, cutscene here? Yeah, the flames must have been doing something to protect it.
Too quiet.
Protect the world, keep it in balance.
But this smell, it's the scent of humans. They're frightened, hiding.
Someone's coming.
Mint.
Is that you, Temenos? Out for a stroll in a place like this? You always did have the habit of sticking your nose in places it doesn't belong.
A friend of yours, Temenos?
In a manner of speaking, but something's odd.
You failed to see what was in front of you. The shadow is ever by thy side.
Just what are you? This is an inquisition. Refuse to answer and...
Attempting to conquer others with threats of violence will always fail. Those who are subdued by strength cannot help but rebel. To conquer them, truly conquer them, you must subjugate their hearts and minds. Hearken to the shadows in their hearts.
What are you talking about?
People are desperate for a place to belong. Give it to them, and they cannot bear to live anywhere else. And then, their hearts and minds are yours.
Their hearts and minds?
Humans are foolish by their very nature. Centuries pass, and yet they remain the same.
Bold words for someone so young.
Surrender yourself not unto silent dusk, for the light shall fade, and soon night shall fall.
The teachings of the Moonshade Order. No, it can't be.
Since you are so dogged in your search for the truth, allow me to help you. My true name is Arcanet, and I am the leader of the Moonshade Order. The same order that slaughtered the Call. All so that I could steal the flame.
That's impossible. The massacre of the Call was decades ago, and the Moonshade Order's origins are older still.
It's not impossible. There are old souls out there that hide behind youthful faces.
Thanks to Caldina's efforts, the Book of Night, is now in my possession. That girl was so eager to be a puppet. She didn't realize the strings were held by her sworn enemy.
The Pontiff knew who you were. He was going to tell me, but his life was cut short.
I had hoped you would be more stricken. How dull. Such has ever been your nature. Your face always a placid mask. But I suppose it matters not. This world's end draws nigh.
That staff.
Once, long ago, night was invited into the world. But a loathsome few drove it away. Those events will not repeat themselves again.
You stole the futures of untold innocence.
Did I? Then you should thank me. This world is cruel, monstrous, with not a single mote of joy to be found amongst the misery. Don't you see? Roy, Pontiff Jorg. Yes, and even Crick. They knew. They knew the beauty of a dawn that would never come.
Quiet. I won't allow you to sully their names with such blasphemy. You will answer for your sins, Arcanet. And I'll ensure the world they hoped for comes to pass.
At last, Temenos' mask falls off.
So we go right into a boss battle the moment we get here. Huh, maybe I should have saved before this. I was just like, I'm just gonna go up to the flame and check it out. Huh. Well, okay. Yeah, alright.
Choose your next move wisely.
Time to actually start trying here a bit. Is what I think I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I would imagine so, but, you know, I'll still play it safe here. Still play for real. I'm gonna forget what thingamabobs I have. I don't know. I don't think I need my summons, but if I need them, I'll use them. Let me just... Yeah.
Fear not, I will keep you from harm.
Fear not, I will keep you from harm. Yeah. Look at that heal. After all the building up that I did, you know. After all the preparation I did for Galdera, but that didn't end up working out. Hold on. Should I, like... I can find out a whole bunch of weaknesses here. Like this. Welcome back, Cheesy Pillow. Welcome to a battle here. If I provoke beasts and I just say... Did that. And then... Yeah, hold on. If I say 1, 2, 3... Yeah, let's test out a whole bunch of things. See what you guys are weak to. Bam. Alright, well, not that. I think you were swords. Alright, you're weak to lances, at least. Okay. The ants are weak to wind there. Okay. Well, I mapped out some weaknesses. We only just started the boss battle here. So, we shall see how things play out. Probably don't need to use Seal Diffusion quite yet. Probably not. Here. Give Ochette that BP back that she just expended. Sure. Sure, then.
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess that's what we're facing here. Alright, well, I don't know what else to use against the ants and stuff there. I can try this out just to see. Okay, no bow weakness. None
Now
to
it
be
begins.
had. More Vengeful
Choose your
Blades.
next move wisely.
More of them? Then... Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. On doing some... Oh yeah, that one. I was like, what is my other thing there?
Fear not. I will keep you from
Wait, I
harm.
probably should have given that to Partitio first. Oh, Chet has my highest defense stats out of like any of my travelers, I'm fairly certain. It's kind of the case. Yeehaw! Alright, well,
Here's a little something.
I'm probably going a little bit harder on this than is necessary. Considering, you know, I designed my party to beat up Galdera. Like, unsuccessfully, but still.
My turn.
Let's see here. And then if I say did this,
Spear of the Warlord.
are they weak to lance? Nope. Wait, I already tested that with Ochet. I'm dumb. I'm really silly. Just ignore me. Probably weak to light as well, right? Where do you when you look over the stream and the enemy's just 40 feet tall? You know why they do it now at least? To make them feel like a super crazy massive boss that you're facing instead of like, you know, tiny little sprite the same size as you. Actually facing a very threatening foe.
Fear not. I will
Alright,
keep you
well.
from harm.
Bam. Cool.
My prey awaits.
Mean. So then, I don't know. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, the ants don't have all that much health.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I can just do that.
I'm just getting warmed up.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this is probably going a little bit harder than is necessary. Was it also because they want more detailed models, but wanted consistently sized pixels, so just made them big. So, no. But still same amount of pixels. Well, tiny little smidge of damage there. That is indeed also the case. Oh, you have 2 side steps now?
Where was I?
Where was I? I don't know what that effect on you is, but blindness, confusion, that's probably confusion, right?
Here you go.
Here you go. Yes, it was indeed.
My prey awaits.
Alright. Or maybe I should have done that with Ochet, because I would have done it twice with Temenos and would have broken them both. I'm silly.
Time to finish this.
Whatever. Oh no, yeah.
Good work, Ochet.
That is definitely the case there. Right. I was thinking about breaking that other ant here. Wait, I can do that on the next turn. It's fine. Just do
I
this.
don't want no trouble.
Yeah, it would be kind of anticlimactic. It's like, yeah, you're facing another person same size as you here. Either side of the battlefield. Here, let's do this.
Come on, get steamed.
What did he just say? Alright, well, neat. A nice anima. Okay.
I won't be afraid.
But if I say that's on a single foe, I can always do this. How about? This is gonna be so overkill. Screw it. Doing it anyway. Well, yeah, I probably really didn't need to do that, but you know. But you know there. Very hyped for the vacation then.
Prey awaits.
Okay. And then we can say, I have the Diviner. That I'm fairly certain is the one that debuffs there. Non-unknown tactic in games where Warcraft made raid bosses that are canonically like 6 feet tall, about 30 feet tall, just so you can still see them amongst the massive 25 people trying to kill them. Yeah, so not just a random person in the mix that you're beating up and taking their lunch money. No. I suppose it does make sense. And I suppose I can do this. All weaknesses revealed. Steam achievement that you're not even 100% sure exists. I mean, I'm playing this on my Switch, but
Give up.
that would be interesting if that were a thing. Probably Google it and find out. Are you happy no more retail for 2 weeks? Yeah, that'll be a nice break from things. Just either just that tall in the lore. Just make them actually that tall. Easy peasy. Let's here, let's analyze. Okay. I can probably start getting ready to wreck you. What I can do. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and do this.
How's this?
Bam. Yeah.
I'm just getting warmed up.
And then, what was my thing here? Oh yeah, the BP thingamabob, the sweetheart cider. I need to remember where I even got that guy from. Actually, no, I remember it was in a Winter Bloom. Fairly certain. I don't know, what does he want to do? Maybe he wants to do this. That's what we may want to do here. And then...
My prey awaits.
Yeah, so I might not get you broken just yet. I can maybe get you broken on the next turn here. I could always do final formation here for the sake of buffing, and then it'd be fair game to break this turn. Screw it. Anteater time. Pull the anteater. Thing about WoW is that it's hit and miss though. Some bosses are big and you can just see them. Others are big because they absorb power from X, and it made them big for the duration of the fight. So like Titan Pokemon. You know, alright, well.
I atone for your sins.
Atone for your sins. Well. Just be Roy Campbell out here. It's been a while since I've seen Full Metal Alchemist, so I hope I didn't screw up the name there. But yeah, with the snapping and stuff, that's just immediately what I think there. Alright, well, let's see how much damage I do. Let's see.
Axe of the Lionheart. Who's next? For the pride of Ku.
Okay, bye. Thanks for the jam.
And so we arrive at this moment. Are you truly so desperate to see the dawn? I see now that the Pontiff was not the true threat. It was you, Temenos. You, a dagger sharpened to a razor's edge. Claude's masterwork. I can see it. A collar around that thin neck of yours.
A collar?
You will never be free. Even if I fall here, nothing will end. And there, always near. Soon, night shall fall.
Farewell, Mint. Your days of meddling are over.
Soon night shall fall. From the looks of it, it already has.
If this isn't night, then...
Something ominous coming here. I wonder if I can still go to the inn. But yeah, whoops. Roy Mustang is what Temenos is basically doing there. Whoops, it's been a while. So the much more recent media thing that I've been exposed to was a Metal Gear Solid after the after the 24-hour Cherry stream where we covered that. And I honestly loved the game. That game was great. I'm actually really looking forward to playing Metal Gear Solid 2. Is it bad that because in Tears of the Kingdom there is a side quest where you find all the wells, that I saw this well and the first thing on my mind was I should go up to this to mark it on the map? Anyway, so I said Roy Campbell because that was the most recent Roy on my mind. Yeah, I can save into another slot here. Cool. And I guess I'll go see about relighting the thing, maybe? So, yeah, the Colonel from Metal Gear Solid. Whoops. Danger level's getting pretty high. But yeah, I guess, it's not nighttime yet. This is just the sunset. Is it nighttime? This is twilight. P.S. Make sure your friends don't sparkle. Wait. Bad that I don't understand there. Lunkersal blew your mind with how well it's aged and also how poorly it's aged. Yeah, in some ways it aged fantastically. Like, holy crap. Like, the camera angles here, the amazing camera work, and the dialogue and stuff. Like, man, hit it out of the park. But the very simple models, it's just like the head bobbing whenever they're talking. The fact that I'm fairly certain both Snake and Liquid had more details on their abs than their face in terms of their model. Man, I loved Metal Gear Solid. That was great. Playing Tears of the Kingdom way too slowly. I know that feel. Tansy's journal? Who's Tansy? Oh. Did you write this? Owner asked. So I guess it'll be like Octopath Traveler 1 with some lore kind of things. I immediately ripped the book out of his grasp, and he shrank back a little, surprised at my strength. I couldn't believe that he, of all people, had gotten his hands on my hidden script. Odner had been acting from a young age, and was already doing quite well for himself. I, too, had longed for the stage since I was a child, but ended up working at my parents' candle shop instead. Even so, I hadn't been able to give up on writing, and it became my secret pastime. I hadn't shown my scripts to anyone, though, afraid that their response would confirm just how talentless I was. I screwed my eyes shut in embarrassment, preparing myself for his ridicule of my silly script, but, "Do you mind if I perform this?" he asked. I let out a strange gasp, completely caught off guard. It'd be a shame not to. Why don't we show it off at the next Festival of Grace? Though taken aback by the proposal, I was overjoyed to know that someone appreciated my writing. I nodded in agreement and decided to make it a performance to remember. Despite it being Odner's idea, I realized that I was even more excited than he was. I even began composing musical scores for the show. I love you, Mary. Those words caused my heart to race and my hands on the harp to stop. What's wrong? Odner asked as he peered into my face with concern. I realized that he no longer looked like the brat who had tormented me with insects in her youth. Still, I knew that the words he spoke were not his own. I had been the one to write them, after all. Half a month before the Festival of Grace, his performance was all but perfect. I couldn't help but wonder when he found the time to practice after his normal work was through. I, on the other hand, was struggling to think of a fitting ending to the script and worked late into the night. Unable to ignore my struggles, Odner pulled me away from my desk and whisked me away into town late at night. The gods are all ours now. Wait, yeah, the gods are all ours now, he told me as we snuck into an empty church. Not long after, I was struck by inspiration, perhaps by the grace of the sacred flame. Odner watched quietly as word upon word flowed from the tip of my pen. By the time I was finished, dawn was breaking. As Odner read my script, his face was more serious than ever, and my heart pounded in my chest, though not out of nervousness. Once he finished, he smiled softly. "Will you marry me?" he asked, and let out another strange gasp. Had I written that line? No. This time, those words were Odner's own. His proposals always had a way of bringing me unrivaled joy. Wait, his proposals always had a way of bringing me unrivaled joy? What, is this like a common occurrence? Does he do it more than once? Does this happen from time to time when he feels like proposing? My heart warmed at the sight of his smile and the thought of performing the script we had written together. How I wish that happiness would last us a lifetime. Because proposing is not typically the kind of thing one does, multiple times. At least, relatively soon after one another, and not exactly to the same person typically. Multiple times, But what do I know? Alas, I watched as the clerics carried his casket, and sobs filled the air around me. I laid him to rest with our script, beloved yellow flowers. No, I thought to myself, this wasn't the ending I had envisioned. The day after finishing the script, I woke up to find my love cold beside me. According to the apothecary, Odner's heart had failed him. I wondered if work was to blame. Why hadn't I noticed? I killed him. I pushed him too hard. It was my fault, all my fault. Unable to bear the guilt, I pushed his death from my mind and carried on as usual. But whenever I remembered my beloved, I clenched my jaw so hard I thought my teeth would break. One day, I found myself in front of a church, the same place Odner and I swore our love to each other, and a single cleric came to speak with me. Sadness is something that builds up inside us. Holding it all in will do nothing but destroy you, she told me. Please let it out. You don't need to endure it any longer. Moved by her warmth, I spoke of everything that I had buried deep inside me. She listened to every word and, at the end, embraced me gently. All of my guilt and sadness were washed away by her kindness. Then, one day, My feelings for Audner disappeared, and all that was left was her. One day, I saw her with another woman and feared that she would leave me. Knowing I had to secure my place in her world, I told her that I would do whatever she asked of me. She smiled gently in response and said, I want you to find the blue flames wherever they may be in this world. I left on my journey soon thereafter. My parents cried and tried to stop me, but I pushed them away. Unfortunately, I barely knew the area outside my own home, let alone the whole world. Not long after, I met with a traveling troupe. They claimed to be bringing smiles to every corner of the realm, so I joined them, and the search began. That's how I found it. The blue flame she was looking for. It was on an isle at the end of the world. I could only imagine how pleased she'd be. I was sure she would let me stay at her side. Oh, how I adore Sister Mint. Oh. I love you, Tansy, she said. Her warm voice and words reverberate in my head. She then handed me an old tome called The Book of Night and recommended that I read it. So, I did it right then and there. Is there 2 spaces between book and of, or is that just 1 space? It was a story of a people who did not long to see the dawn. I'd never read such an incredible tale before. As I looked up from its pages, she smiled at me. I realized that there was no greater happiness to be had than reading a wonderful book and seeing Sister Mint smile. In my mind, no brighter dawn awaited. Yes, I have no need for the dawn. It can all end here and now. Huh. Well, I definitely missed a decent bit of things here about Fire Emblem and Destiny and stuff. Alright, I'm behind on stuff, so Sacred Flame has been doused. Perhaps it could be rekindled with something. What? Rekindled with something. I know that Octopath gets, like, decently, obscure at times and convoluted. So, I might just end up Googling it. Yeah, that's what makes a good cultist. It was just these random people all along. Yeah. I'm still occasionally sniffling here. I tried to get, you know, my sniffles have been going away, and I drank some tea earlier that's supposed to help with that, despite not really liking tea. That was made from the leaf of this one, I don't remember what it's called, but it's this one plant in my Oma's backyard that has like a long shoot that's covered in yellow flowers. It's starting to develop the yellow flowers, and it has these long big leaves that are fuzzy. Apparently you can make that into tea, and it's supposed to help with, you know, throat kind of stuff. And oh, huh? Maybe I don't have to look it up. Statue of Elfric, the Flamebringer. There are words carved into the base. O inheritors of our will. Let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart to chase away the darkness. What? Let the mirror shine and kindle a fire in your heart to chase away the darkness. Mirror shine? Perhaps it can be rekindled with something. I might just end up Googling it here. But yeah. Oh, I guess there was a little bit of a talk about monetization. They're still reeling from Tales of Arise's monetization because Jesus Christ, that has got to be like some of the most insane monetization I've ever seen in a single player game in my life. If not the highest. It's insane. You know, it kind of sucks because Tales of Arise slaps. I do quite like that game. But man, monetization. Yeah, I guess we have to kindle a fire, just like an ad there. Alright, I'm looking it up. Octopath Traveler 2. How to kindle the fire. Let's see here. Extra stories, walkthrough, journey, thingamabob. Let's see here. Advise making a second save file. Yeah. So, hold on. Where is the stuff for Flame Church? Oh, your final destination is the home of the Church's Sacred Flame. Oh, well, I came here first because this seemed like the most obvious one. But yeah, put Throne in your party. Like this. Flame has been doused. This could be rekindled with something. Oh, these are both lit up now. Statue of Aber, Prince of Thieves. There are words carved into the base. O inheritors of our will. The mirror shine and kindle fire in your heart to chase away the darkness. Wait, are there? No, there's just the 2. Well, I got more statues to light up. I don't see more around here. Gotta light the primal bonfires. Yeah, time to play some Dark Souls 2. Man, if I had to go back to play any of the Soulsborne games, I really wish that wouldn't be Dark Souls 2. I think it was probably my least favorite. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see. Arcana begins summoning. Nah, I know about that. Spells over towards the cathedral entrance. Tensi's journal. Sitting near that. Let's see here. Put Temenos and Throne in your party, then use the shiny mirror to restore the sacred flame. Shiny mirror? What? I have something in my inventory? Wait, what? When did I get this? Mirror reflects the memories of the sacred flame. Okay.
Ah. Wake up, Tansy.
I guess it was in one of the stories.
Night has come. Wake up, Tansy. Night has come. Sister Mint? Oh, I fell asleep without realizing it. Do not worry. You must have been quite tired. You traveled far to see my wish granted. Sister Mint, I mean, Goddess. I would do anything if it brought me closer to you. Your devotion is moving. You have gone far beyond my every expectation, and must be rewarded. Rewarded? I love you, Tansy. Huh? It's so dark. Where am I? What? My body? Pathetic child, oblivious until the very end. But this is what you wanted, is it not? It's not as if you desired to see the dawn. The sacred flames have been snuffed out. Surrender yourself not unto silent dusk, for the light shall fade. And soon the world shall know the joy of a dawn that never comes. All who stand in my way shall be cast aside. I shall root out the travelers and bury that wretched mirror beneath the earth, that it may never enkindle the flames again.
The first sacred flame burns anew. Okay, yeah, she kind of got vaporized there, it would seem. And it looks like people are out here again. So this is the night. This darkness she spoke of. B-Day. B-Day. Legends portray him as a god of fear and destruction, which means that the dawn must be. I spoke with the children of this village not long ago. It seems there's going to be a concert tomorrow. Dulcinea is coming to entertain everyone with her dancing. Those children were waiting for the dawn with stars in their eyes. It was a beautiful sight, like gemstones glittering in the dark. I see nothing but hope. That's why I made a promise to them. A promise that I would steal back the dawn. You truly are Aba come again. Is that meant to be a compliment? But of course. Now then, shall we get to work, Aba? There certainly is a lot of work to be done. More than I've ever done before. So I guess this is gonna be each of the pairs of, like, the paired stories, then. What's gonna be happening, huh? Interesting. Yeah, so this one's bright again. I see. Interesting. Huh. Can't believe the sacred flame went out, even if only for a moment. Huh. Do I need to, no, I don't need a heal up, right? Yeah, just making sure my latent power is there as well, at the ready. Yeah, so the cleric and the thief, and then use the mirror. Okay. So now we should go to... That one's in here, probably? Where it seems to be concentrated around? Or here? Where the Warren Beast? It might actually be two of the Warren Beasts. But it's somewhere south there. Yeah, sure, let's go around. Let's bring it around town. That's what we can do. Yeah, look, on the loading screen, there's one of the things lit now. Cool. Yeah. Oh, people are actually out and about. We'll have to put the beast legs in their place once for all. The strong thrive, the weak give way. That's just how the world works. Wow, that's what you're concerned about right now? Really? My goodness. I guess I'll go ahead and save here again. And some other news. I was mentioning earlier this stream that if the day ever does come that I do try to rematch Galdera, I'd probably just look up a bunch of stuff about what ways I should configure my party and stuff, and maybe it'd be possible. Maybe do some searching out for some summons that I should get specifically for. I don't know. I don't know. But if I do have the time, I may try to do it before Fragapalooza. And then, you know, try to beat up Galdera along with Guzma there. And then some interesting news when it comes to Fragapalooza stuff. Yeah, I mentioned that. I mentioned that even just on the last thing where Bob there.
Ready to be
Anyway,
prey?
when it comes to, whoa, Frag there, some interesting fun stuff there.
Yourself.
I want to get my truck at the ready before that point, and if I can pass an out-of-province inspection, I will be able to have it at the ready before Fragapalooza, but barely. I got an appointment booked earlier today for the glass to be redone at this crystal glass place, where apparently only the foreman can do it there because he's the only one that works on old vehicles like that, and, oh yeah, I'm going the right way then. And I got it booked for August 1st. Company is arriving on August 5th. And so I booked the out-of-province inspection on August 3rd. So, you know, 2 days after the glass appointment there. So, it's gonna be cutting it close. I'm, gonna have a very, very brief amount of time for practice before company arrives, you know? And,
Here I come.
like, before that point, I might try practicing just within, like, neighborhood roads and stuff. But, assuming I pass inspection and nothing wacky happens, you know, if they're like, ah, your thingamajig isn't working, as it turns out. Everything should be working, assuming I'm able to pass inspection. I want to take that 1953 truck to Fragapalooza, pitch a tent in the box, and then that can be, like, sleeping accommodations for one. Probably shove Guzma back there. So we can beat Galdera some night, late at night, maybe. And then when going to bed, I can just, oh, okay, cool, sure. Let's proceed. When, when it's time to go hit the hay, just, whoa! Just freaking, stuff him in a tent in the box of my truck from 70 years ago. You know, yeah. You know, that sounds fun. And like a kind of thing for sleeping accommodations where it'd be the best story to tell later. Just like, oh yeah, I slept in a tent that was in the box of a, truck from 1953, you know? Like, that'd be the best story to tell later. So I guess this is a boss fight here then? Alright, let's just Vengeful Blade. I should be able to wreck things considering this was my failed Galdera killing squad. You know? So like, yeah, let's find out some weaknesses and stuff here.
Ready, set,
Let's see.
go!
And yeah, I feel like that'll probably be a good break for him there. You know, just 4 days of going hardcore on gaming and stuff. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I need to, when I have time here, follow up with some stuff for him. One of the tracks for the game has a acoustic guitar, and he was asking if I could try playing live. And he has sent me the sheet music now. I need to take the time to, like, practice at it and stuff. I could always, you know, just record, like, some notes and chords and then use the power of video editing to put it together. I don't know how well this mic can record. This mic is great for voice, but it's not exactly great for, you know, a note that's fading out, because it can only record down to so low, so it'll be like you'll hear the note fading out and then just sudden cut at like a certain volume. So like I'll try my best when I get the chance here, but I don't know how well I can play, and I don't know how well this microphone will work, but I'll do what I can for him there. But yeah, those are pretty much everything when it comes to the dev side of the project. Shnice. So working together on the keep it in the loop part then, in that case. Do I really need to prayer for plenty, or should I just go ham on things, you know? What should I do? Here, let's see if they're weak to fire. But yeah, Yeah, it's always good to have second opinions on things and all
Take care of
that.
yourself.
Definitely handy. I don't know.
Choose your next
I
move
can-
wisely.
Wait, do you know what I probably can do?
I'm just
Because
getting
his
warmed
defenses are already lowered. I might just be able to, you know, screw it. I'll do this
up. Here's a
anyway.
little something for you.
What if I just break him coming up here? Like, I whip out the anteater. Because, yeah, I'm very, very strong, so who cares? If I just whip out my anteater real quick, as one does. We will have to worry about the little guys, but not the big one. Oh no.
I return your wrath twofold.
And then... Okay.
Where was I? Atone for your sin.
Then we just like... Yeah. Oh, but I can't do this on a single target. Okay, never mind. Maybe I shouldn't have whipped up the anteater yet. These guys are kind of in the way. Okay. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? That's a little bit sucky. Gotta get those guys out of here first. Then I'll break. Oh.
My prey
Man. So, I can just do this here. Yeah, so I'll decrease your defenses, which I can do with Hikari. When I feel so inclined anyway.
I won't. I fight for my friends.
So, oh, those guys are already almost down. This is probably not necessary at all, right? I should probably just do this then?
Spear of the Warlord.
Yeah. Yeah. This seems like a good idea.
I return your wrath twofold.
Yeah, we'll break him coming up here. Yeah, this is
I
fine.
return your wrath
Bye.
twofold.
Bring it on.
Okay, well, then I'll whip out the anteater in a hot second here. Yeah, I guess I can do this for fun. I don't know.
No trouble.
I don't want no trouble. Oh, we are just gonna wreck him in a hot second here.
Oh dear.
I guess I'll do this.
Let's have
How much health do you have anyway? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. Alright, well, let's pull my anteater out of my pocket. Emergency pocket anteater.
Fight dirty.
I love how he's saying the anteater fights dirty. Alright. Yeah,
Here
don't
I
have to worry about that damage there. And then we go ahead and do that smack right there. There we go.
Nice one, Hikari.
And then it doesn't really matter what we do here. Poke. Yeah, the double poke thing Bob there of that weapon.
Oh dear.
I mean, I guess I can do this.
I deliver unto
Even get the anteater around the eastern side of the map, outside of the, I forget what the name of the place is, but the place that you go for Agnia's final chapter there on that place, just outside there, just in the wild. It's not even like some super crazy end game area. It's just some random anteater just there in the wild and stuff. It's pretty crazy. All right, I don't think I need to do anything.
I think not.
My turn.
Well,
I fight for my friends.
I mean, I could
My
do
friends
this.
safe.
But I really don't think I need to. So I'll just not, and then won't heal, and then go right towards the next thing. You know?
Axe of the Lionheart.
So, yeah,
There's no need for flattery. It'll rust my sword.
yeah, the, kind of strong, considering I was literally trying to design the Galdera kill squad, so. Alright, so that's the, Hunter and the Apothecary, then. Wait, what happens if I pull out the thing now, then? Nothing happened. To gaze upon the sacred flames dais. Okay. So this is why it gives us the option for formation at this point. So let's see here. So then we slap in Casty. And then we pull out the mirror. Mirror reflects the memories of the sacred flame. Oh, this isn't voice. The scarlet moon waxes, and the first flame wanes. At last, our great wish shall be fulfilled. Oh. Owl that got evil.
This
That could have been
world
the
is
fox
not
in it.
but hunters and their prey. Just as Cataracta fell to my bow, just as Glacius's egg shattered before my might. The Dark Hunter sets forth once again, and my aim will not falter. Under the gaze of the Scarlet Moon, I shall fulfill the Great Wish. You must be quivering with joy, for your time has come at last. 10 years ago, I scooped you up, let you live. It was all for this moment. The darkness in our hearts is fed by anger, hatred, resentment, and jealousy. Our basest instincts. As that darkness grows deeper, so too does the shadow grow powerful. Few can stand against a beast whose heart has been drowned in darkness. A beast such as you. Long have I waited for the darkness within you to become black as night, so that maddening flame could be smothered forevermore. With my lifeblood, I shall call down the night. Now then. Make of my flesh an offering, and banish all that stands to oppose us. Give meaning to your miserable life. Arcanet.
Well, I guess the second sacred flame burns anew. Did it show in that flashback the flame dying out? That wouldn't line up timeline wise, but I guess it set it going out in motion at least. Yeah, so that was the first flame, huh? Have you heard of it before? Yeah, it came to life inside me. It was comforting and warm. It was then that I decided I wanted to protect the island. I always felt you had a heart warmer than most. Now I think I'm ready to take on something even bigger. I'm ready to protect the whole world. That's what a hunter should do, after all. I feel the same way as you do. I want to extend a helping hand to everyone in need during this endless night. Hey, you're an apothecary everyone can count on. Now let's do it together. Let's keep everyone safe. Gladly, Ochet. I'm honored to have you by my side. Yeah, so it is each of the pairs. Yeah, let me do that. And then, yeah, so that's burning anew. And then next, so this one would probably be Agnia and Hikari. And he was our main hero, so I don't know, let's do that one last then. Let's go do this one for now. So Fell Sun Ruins, which I guess makes sense as a place for a thing to be. Yeah, so there's two things lit on the loading screen now. So I'll save again. Oh, and I may as well hit up the inn while I was here. While I am here. I was thinking about just running right to the next thingamabob because, you know, I can probably get by just fine. But if it's right here, I may as well take the opportunity. But now my amount of monies isn't going to be as satisfying. Yeah. Ah, well. Ah, well. Time to go to the Felsun Ruins. I think I still have evasive maneuvers rather than elemental augmentation on Particio. That's fine. That's fine there. I don't think I need elemental augmentation to get past these thingamabobs here. I'll slap it back on before the final boss.
I'll do what I must.
But yeah.
Prepare yourself.
Alright, bye! Successfully escaped. Yeah, let's see what's happening in here. What is happening over this way? So will this be the one for Particio Oswald then, maybe? Mayhap?
Howdy there, friend.
I would have thought Felsun Ruins for Temenos, but, you know, the actual
Here I come.
Flame Church makes the most sense for him and all that. Yeah, maybe I should have done that one last for, like, the cool climactic thing. Ah, well. Ah, well. Doesn't matter. Ooh, lore? Journal fragment. I hope there wasn't lore at the last one that I just missed. Yeah. I did it, diary. I finally got hired as a scrivener, and for the Delta Times, too. All the world's information flows through a newspaper. A river of facts alongside a paper water wheel. An endless procession of scoop, scoop, scoop. As a journalist, I'll dash about the world investigating, uncovering, and breaking news. What better way for me to carry out my mission? I've thought about this a lot, and everyone has some fact they're hiding. Sums of knowledge locked in noggins the world over. How to crack open these repositories and acquire those tasty secrets within. That's the rub, of course. As I am now, I doubt that I have the dexterity to pick up any of those cranial locks. I was raised in isolation, always out of the loop, hiding quietly on the outskirts of society. There's a positive way to spin that, though. I spent all that time I wasn't talking to people, observing them. Here's what I learned. People let their guard down around cute animals. A scowling guard captain will play cuddly coo with an adorable puppy, and soon confess all his gripes to the precious thing. So, I will become the puppy. I'll wag my little dog tail, act the part of the friendly little non-threatening furball, and slide right into people's confidences. My brother may be the soaring eagle with his bird's eye view, but I'll be a sharp-eyed hound, keeping my nose to the ground and sniffing out every last detail I can find. Is this the character from Particio's story here, then? Is that what's going on? Hello's a sandwich. Yeah, we're gonna go fight Odio. I can't wait. Imagine if it actually turned out that the final boss of this game was just like, yep, get pranked. You're facing Odio again. You know? Yeah. Journal fragment 2. My oldest memory is crimson. A spray of bright red droplets and a harrowing scream. A crowd fleeing in all directions, and enemy soldiers mercilessly cutting down innocents. Some of them have even laughed as they did it. Amidst this, I was stone. Still in my tender years, I neither cried nor wept nor cowered, merely watched as the chaos unfold. Would that be unfelled? Would that be proper grammar? Was unfold the word that makes sense there? Watch the chaos. Oh, watch the chaos unfold. That doesn't make sense. I read that as watch as the chaos unfold, but I think my brain auto-filled the word as. Being raised in a war-torn land does things to an impressionable mind. And I suppose something had already been broken inside me. I would have died that day, cut down like the rest, were it not for my brother. His cunning carved a path for us out of that hellish place. My brother is brilliant, so much so that the enemy king spared him if he would serve. Yet despite his genius, despite how shrewd the plans he proposed were in their attempts to avoid bloodshed, the blood always flowed. Humans steal, they kill, they take and they take and they take. Lives, possessions, land. It's a state of our nature, a simple fact of our existence. My brother and I have seen so much together, and we've both reached the same conclusion. The world doesn't deserve to see another dawn. The life of man is nasty, brutish, and ugly. Why not make it short? Oh, if that's the Scrivener from Particio's story, then she's kinda not so great then. Boss's game is actually Sonic the Hedgehog. I should have figured, you know. To fight against a secret boss, even after getting to like mid-level 80s for most of my party and early level 90s for other ones, going around the world doing so many side quests to get like the best equipment that I could get and going in with strategies and builds I thought would be amazing, I still couldn't do it. But You know, people have apparently done it at lower levels, and considering I've gone around the world collecting, you know, the best equipment and stuff, it's like, okay, well, maybe some Google searching about the way that I can rearrange things means that I'll be able to, you know, just put things together in a certain way that I'll beat it. I don't know. Something for me to figure out another time. You know, let's just beat the game for now. But because I literally designed this team as the Galdera killer, even if it didn't work, it means that I'm wrecking all these main game bosses for the main game stuff that I didn't get around to before, you know? So, there's that. So I am kind of destroying things now, though. I need her on our side, and I need you to convince her that's a good idea. My brother's face was flushed as he handed me the letter addressed to Rai Mei. Perhaps he'd been in his cups. I didn't need to ask him why he would be celebrating. The fundraising in Montwise was going swimmingly. He handed me the letter addressed to Rai Mei. I need her on our side. I need you to convince her that's a good idea. On my way home, I spotted Hikari. He's the key to everything in Ku. If our machinations go according to plan, my brother will get what he's after. I doubt Hikari has a clue who I am. Another tactic proposed by my brother, dearest. No prior familiarity with me will help move things along down the line. Though Hikari doesn't know anything about me, I certainly know a lot about him. Hikari has another side to him, a second personality that my brother says was born from his family's cursed lineage. Somewhere in the past, Clan Ku's blood mingled with that of the infamous Archmage Darkest, sparking a history of war and sacrifice. More odious bloodline I do not know. Oh, look! Odio! As I passed Hikari in the street, for a moment I felt as if our eyes met. His gaze was steady and true, just as it was when he was a boy. How had that bright spark in his eyes not dimmed over time? He had seen the same horrors I had, been through the same terrible war. Dear! But no, I just like to imagine that's totally Live Alive's Odio. You know, as cool as it is to have a secret boss of the final boss from the first game, how cool would it have instead to have had the secret boss, or just in addition, just have two secret bosses, have a secret boss in this game that was the final boss of Live Alive? Like, that would have actually been so hype, especially after Live Alive came out, like, what, it was last summer? Or something like that now? It came out, like, very soon after Triangle Strategy there. That would have been so hype, considering Live Alive was, you know, kind of the key inspiration for Octopath Traveler there, after all. Just have the, so soon after the Live Alive remake, just slap the final boss from that game into this. That would have been so cool to have an Odio secret boss. I would have been pretty hyped for that. But yeah, that boss has a lot of health. Oh, I believe it. I mean, but I can deal a lot of damage. This is bad. Hikari was captured before I had the chance to deliver my brother's letter to Rai Mei. If Hikari is killed, it'll ruin everything. Okay, so that was during that one chapter of his story. It'll ruin everything, and I'll have to start over from scratch. Clan Mei calls the fortress of Stormhail its home. Coldest place in Celestia, and I hate it. Time is of the essence. Yet this frigid blizzard is battering me about like a leaf in the wind. If only I could take 2 steps back without being blown 3 back. 2 steps without, yeah. My word. I can't words. By the time I finally reached Stormhail, Hikari had already been released. I can only assume he managed to sway Rai Mei on his own. I handed my overdue missive to one of Rai Mei's retainers. Quickly put that chilly place behind me. But yeah. Library had 2 copies of Live Alive. Wonder why, though? Yeah, why aren't they constantly being checked out for people to go face off against Odio? And played, like, the amazing Far Future Tale. Man, like, playing the demo, that Far Future Tale was so slow, and I really was not a big fan of it at first, but by the time that I got to the end, that was easily my favorite of, you know, the 8 stories there. Like, that was amazing. I might have liked it a little bit more than even the overall story. Like, I think my favorite was Far Future and then overall story, and then I don't know where I'd rate things from there. You know, you gotta applaud the near future, though, for, you know, if ever you're wondering how to progress, just go to the crapper, and chances are that's how you're gonna progress the near future story. Like, we can't understate the narrative, I don't know, complexity behind that, you know? Oswald is sentenced to life imprisonment. It took me a moment to process the judge's verdict. I blinked, doubting my ears. What was going on here? He was supposed to be executed, wasn't he? I ran as fast as I could to find Harvey. I should have known. That swine had stuffed leaves into the judge's pocket to bribe him into that decision. Why? I want him to see the power of my perfected magic. That's his reason, the blighted fool. Pride. Worthless pride. We need the Book of Demons complete. What if Oswald somehow finds a way to interfere? When I gave my report to my brother, he simply said, just watch the spectacle unfold. Apparently, my brother had already taken Harvey's massive ego into account when he made his contract with the man. If that's the case, then I suppose this isn't a problem after all. Regardless, I should hurry and gather what information I can about Frigid Isle. But yeah, got Tales of Vesperia and Grosh Mickey. It's good. I don't know what Grosh Mickey is there. Tales of Vesperia has some cool aspects about it. At the end of the... It's the kind of game where it's like, once I was all the way through it, I am very glad that I played it because it had some fascinating things going for it, and, you know, aspects that I could see other JRPGs that I later played clearly borrowed from it, like Bravely Default with the airship and stuff like that, very similar idea. I mean, I assume that it was probably borrowed at least there, most likely. So it was fascinating from that perspective. You know, same with some other classic games that I've played around here, like the retro Metal Gear games, for example, where it's like, yeah, I don't know if that was quite for me all that much fun-wise, but I'm glad that I played it and I have that under, like, my gaming experience belt, you know? Whoops. That's the kind of way that Tales of Vesperia was for me. Harvey has left for Dusk-Ruin Shrine. The remains of Archmage Darkest will provide the final piece that Harvey needs. The Book of Demons will soon be complete. I found a nice, cozy place to conceal myself. Sure enough, Oswald showed up. Just as predicted, the two fought it out, and I was able to retrieve the Book of Demons in the wake of their battle. There was one surprise, however. Harvey escaped alive. Like, after the final chapter with Oswald? What was that bright flash of magic? A glimpse of a force that may dwarf even that of the Book of Demons. That girl, does she have some special power within her? Oswald's kid there? Basically, Harvey has a massive ego and will to the ends of the earth. Wait. But, he didn't try to kill Oswald. He wanted Oswald to see his magic there and stuff. I concealed myself among the chattering students and slipped into Harvey's lecture, so I did these last two out of order. I wasn't sure which one was gonna be next there, so, Book of Demons is nearly complete, so he was in a jovial mood. When I saw my chance, I gave Harvey the news. Oswald had tried to escape Frigid Isle and died in the attempt. I thought the news would throw his high spirits off a cliff, but instead he just started giggling. It's creepy. When he finally settled down, he merely said, I need to prepare for my guest's arrival, and vanished back into his laboratory, humming cheerfully all the while. It's like he thinks Oswald is alive. Is Oswald alive? Can't be. Yet, if so, then he will come here to find Harvey and seek his vengeance. Wait, this could be perfect. I doubt Harvey will honor our agreement and hand over the Book of Demons without a fuss. If I can set those two against each other, it might create the perfect opportunity to slip in and swipe the book. I wonder if my brother had predicted this too. And yeah, the fight. And somehow Palpatine returned. I mean, somehow Harvey is alive? Oswald entrusted the girl Elena to his assistant before setting off on a journey. Like Apaltes, the blood of the Lumina family runs in Elena's veins. I'll need to continue monitoring her to watch for suspicious signs. Day after day, Elena sits at her desk and pours herself into her studies. Diligent girl, I suppose, but I am curious as to why her brow sometimes wrinkles as she cradles her head in her hands. Still, her eyes are bright and her gaze seemingly set on some happy goal far off in the distance. A marked difference from when I saw her in Harvey's company. There was only worry and fear in her eyes then. My heart nearly leapt out of my throat when I heard that assistant's voice suddenly ring out behind me. Can I help you, miss? I immediately turned and tried to distract and dissemble with my tried and true cover story. Can I interest you in a newspaper subscription? She smiled then, eyes warm, but I sense a keen suspicion burning deep within those friendly eyes. I will not underestimate her again. No one else has ever noticed me when I didn't want to be found, only to abandon my surveillance. Too risky. Besides, I've seen nothing suspect in all that time I've watched Elena. Might as well move on to more important matters. Game Theory Harvey will be back for the next game, but hey, that's just a theory, a Game Theory. Yeah, Harvey along with Odio. We'll see them both make a return here. And along with, oh man, what was his face from Live Alive? The guy of the place that had all the salt. Oh man. I can't remember exact details of names and stuff like that. I just remember like the geopolitical landscape of Triangle Strategy and what a masterpiece it was, you know. Man, what was his, the guy that wanted to make himself the demigod and stuff and you know, create a narrative for people to believe in because he kind of hated people and stuff. Yeah, then there'll be a cameo by En. In a couple of days when I go to Anime-thon, I will be going as En. That means that maybe I should whip out some Gorilla Glue and repair some of my costume pieces because they're kind of falling apart a little bit. It's been a little while since I've gone into it. Well, here I am in Candlebrine. Word is that I can find someone who has the lost pages of the Book of Night's original manuscript. Caldina, captain of the Sacred Guard, seems to be moving as Arcanet predicted, and assembling these pages. There's a potential problem, however. A nosy inquisitor named Temenos seems to have caught wind of all this. Arcanet has her eye on him, but I can only pray he doesn't make any problems for us. I'll need to be careful not to draw his attention too. The Book of Night is close to being fully restored. Once it is, I'll need to move quickly to retrieve it and fulfill my mission. Allying myself with Arcanet was merely the easiest means to that end. Is there a slight blurry effect on some of the text that goes away when it's in the center of the screen? Like you read moved quickly to and it's clear, but there's like a very tiny blur on the letters above it. And now that one's clear, or am I no, I'm losing my mind. No, it looks like the blur is sticking around and the line with quickly to is sticking. I'm going crazy. I don't know. My brother did tell me to be wary of her, however. He was quite forceful about it. Wonder why. Caldina, captain of the Sacred Guard, is driven by a lust for vengeance. To achieve that end, she seeks to make the power of Shadow her own, and with the restored Book of Night in hand, she sets out for the Twilight Shrine. Her naive dream of avenging her people will never become reality. Why, you ask, dear diary? Because the right Arcanet taught her is purposefully flawed. So there. Oh, is that why she became a monster in that story? So there I was, hiding in the shadows of the Twilight Shrine and waiting for the perfect opportunity. Lo and behold, Caldina's right went awry, and she transformed into a most hideous form. No one told me I'd have to deal with some horrible monster. This is above my pay grade. Luckily, I had no need to fear. That Temenos showed up and handled the Caldina problem for me. I suppose Arcanet was behind this his well-timed arrival. What a puppet master, bravo. I finally understand why my brother warned me to keep an eye on her. I slipped down to the ritual site after Temenos made his exit and retrieved the Book of Night. All that's left is to combine it with the Book of Demons, and we will soon be able to complete the Dark Blood Grimoire. Grimoire Vice! No, oh my goodness, they're all over the place now. Here I am, grand old Timberrain, just in time for the coronation ceremony. Word on the street is that an apothecary named Trousseau is going to rain on the parade with a storm infused with shadow energy. His goal, and I quote, is to extend a hand to save all in need. What a nice notion. Let's rewind the clock. It was 1 year ago that Trousseau lost hope in the future and started down this path. He was out gathering medicinal herbs when he stumbled into Lost Seed. Oh, there he met Claude, who gave him the Book of Night. Claude was disappointed with the encounter, it seems. He had swayed Trousseau to his side, but couldn't persuade an apothecary in the man's company. With a regretful sigh, he told me that this other apothecary's eyes were filled with a motherly strength, deep wells of kindness that belied a sense of fierce determination. What's her name again? Ah, yes, Casti. She stopped Trousseau, saw the people of Timbrain to safety, and even dealt with the poison rain. As if that wasn't enough, she also managed to mix up medicine that could combat the shadow on the spot. Claude's intuition was right. Casti is someone to keep an eye on. My brother will need to know that we have another dangerous potential wrench in our plans. But yeah, this is what's going on there. We're doing the endgame stuff. So we've cleared all 8 of the Traveler's stories, and now we're doing endgame stuff here. Seeing things come together. I met a merchant today in Clockbank, an honest fellow with laughing eyes named Particio. He's boasted that he'll rustle up 80 billion leaves and buy the rights to the steam engine from its current owner, Mr. Rock. Then he'll give the technology away to everyone. When pressed on why, he said, "Things like this should be shared with the whole world." Particio confuses me. If I can borrow that ruthless Rock's words, it is human nature to take from others and give unto oneself. Despite his noble declarations, I'm sure Particio will prove himself no different from the other slime. Greed and self-interest will win out in the end. They always do. Still, I'm vaguely curious as to how his story will play out. I'll follow this Particio, though I'll keep my expectations low. Placing your faith in others will only get you betrayed in the end. My brother made a deal with Harvey. craft the Book of Demons, an evil tome said to be imbued with the magic of Darkhest himself. Why, you ask? Well, dear diary, because we need it to restore the lost Dark Blood Grimoire. The rub here is that neither my brilliant brother nor even Claude knows how to make this tome, thus the need for Harvey. The one thing my brother does know is that the remains of Darkhest are a key component. When I shared that vital tidbit, Harvey smiled. That's all I needed. It sounds like he was already most of the way there. He's a valuable asset, so we'll do everything we can to assist him. Harvey has an unhealthy obsession with a scholar named Oswald. No, let's call it what it is. A severe inferiority complex. Harvey told me he'd gladly give up the Dawn if it meant he could best the man. We let Harvey read the Book of Night in order to pull him into our intrigues. But honestly, I think that wasn't necessary. That bottomless well of envy in his gut, properly manipulated, would likely have been motivation enough. Besides, I don't trust him. No normal person can fathom that twisted mind of his. Berticio's gone and done it. He has gone and done it. He's humbled Rock and actually wrested the rights to the steam engine from that greedy tycoon. Still, that's nothing compared to what he did next. He actually gave it away, just as he said he would. Things like this should be shared with the whole world. He's lived up to that grandiose statement, and then some. The heat of his passion even melted Rock's icy heart. I didn't think the desert sun was hot enough to do that. So, taking a step back, what Berticio did is impossible, unimaginable, inconceivable. I've observed countless people in my time, and to date, every one of them is motivated to varying degrees by self-interest. People are always willing to step on others to achieve their own interests. But Berticio? Is he truly different? Is he someone who can at last transform this dark, ugly world into something wonderful? What do you think, brother? Welcome to my humble castle. That was how he greeted me when I arrived in Lost Seed, before he took me on a casual stroll through that rotting mausoleum of a town. I struggled not to gag on the stench of death and decay, all while him smiling and breathing deep, as if taking in the airs of a tranquil mountain meadow. This ghastly man's name is Claude, and he is the descendant of the infamous Archmage Darkhest, which means that Throne is as well, I guess? It is said that his notorious grandfather gave him a taste of the blood of the malevolent god of darkness, Vide, frighteningly enough, while he was still in the womb. As a result, the man is blessed with eternal youth. The blood of Darkhest and Vide within his veins, Claude's fate was to become the dark god's vessel, and yet he rejected this destiny, and instead chose to pass that honor on to his offspring. For our part, we don't care who the vessel is, just that we have one. Claude, however, seems to have preferences in the matter. Preferences. The man sired countless children with countless women and set his progeny at each other's throats. To the bloody victor goes the ultimate spoils. I shivered as he looked me up and down, his eyes seeming to pierce my very soul. It was as if he was seeking to plant a murderous seed inside me too. When he handed me the dark blood staff, told me that the woman who stole it for him has a lot of potential. Wait, oh, woman, not women. Woman who stole it for him has a lot of potential. His words. My purpose in Lost Seed fulfilled. I hurried out of there. I can't wait to hand the staff over to Arcanet and let her handle the cathedral's sacred flame. So did I get the staff from her after I took her out? Journal fragment. Dear Diary, today I met with Petrichor, the woman known as the Dark Hunter. I'd introduced her to Professor Harvey several years ago at Arcanet's request. She was talkative today and had this to say. I met Arcanet when I was young, and it was then that I swore myself to her service. Ever since, I have hunted for her and her alone, even slaying the legendary monster known as the Guardian of the First Flame at her behest. Sometimes I hunted people too, like the time I came to possess the Dark Blood bow. Once again, my lady has use of me, so I shall gladly obey. I nodded along, and when she was finished, she showed me a monster. This beast, which she had captured on Totohaha, looked out at me with eyes filled with loathing for all that walked on this earth. I asked her what it was, and she told me the result of years of brutal conditioning and a healthy dose of Harvey's science for good measure. The result, an abomination crafted through repeated and horrifying experiments. I nod again. A soul this steeped in despair would surely prove to be a great source of power. It seems that leaving the flame of Totohaha in her care should prove no issue. I can't believe it. How did Particio turn the economic desert of a town into a hopping commercial hub? That business idea of his was inspired. I must admit that watching Alron's department store come to life woke something warm inside me. I told Particio that worlds filled with people groaning under the weight of 1,000 problems. It's fresh ideas like this that bring a rare ray of joy into troubled lives. For once, I really truly meant what I said. I should never have poured my heart out in public like that. I suppose my declaration was proof that he's cracked my emotional defenses and convinced me to believe in him. In my defense, he's really something else. Before I knew it, I was promising to help. Truth is, I'm excited to see what magic he'll pull out of his Particio hat next. Guess what, dear diary? This is the first time I've ever helped someone for something that wasn't directly related to my mission. Let me stop for a moment and also appreciate the fact that he's convinced the Alron to invest 80 billion leaves in him. 80 billion. Question is, will Particio prove to be a man of integrity? Will he really use those leaves to help the world, and not just to line his own pockets? Just a little longer. Only a bit, mind. I find myself needing to see what he does next. Right, well, let's see here. Slap an Oswald here. And then...
Do be gentle.
It's just a random encounter. I was like, triggering a boss. Maybe I shouldn't have moved from there. I mean, I guess I would have needed to move up after using the mirror anyway, right? But yeah. I mean, it sounds like they did kind of move their plan ahead enough that, you know, there's all this darkness over the world now.
Now, what have we got here? A sacred flame? Here of all places? Have I stumbled upon a scoop once again? Why, I believe I have. I'm glad that's done. There's no need to keep up this cloying facade. To wear the mask of a chipper, unflappable scrivener. No. Now I bring an end to this dark, wretched world. To liberate its people from their pain, their suffering, and their hatred. Just like I swore to you, brother. Together, we will usher in the night. I kept a close eye on the travelers, all while my allies and I worked behind the scenes. Until at last, I found the book I sought. The Dark Blood Grimoire. With it, I will smother the sacred flames, that they will never again light the way for the dawn. I offer this gift of blood. May the flames turn cold and dark. Mortals. Gods. Who was it that drew the line between them? The blessed? The accursed? Us? Them? Particio. Would that we had never met. I'm sorry, brother.
So, I guess Ori's dead. Their sacred flame burns anew. Ori. I heard from an apothecary in town. A woman was found collapsed near the sacred flame and brought there for treatment. She had brown hair and wore a cap, much like a scrivener. After she regained consciousness, she simply vanished. That's Ori. It's gotta be. If that's true, then what saved her? It appears her wounds fell just short of being fatal. She must have changed her mind, just in the nick of time. She saw the worth in walking toward the dawn. Well, I can hazard a guess as to why she hesitated. I believe it was thoughts of you that saved her life. Me? Now, don't be ridiculous. Like I have anything to do with that. Well, no matter. As long as she's alive, all's well. When Oswald said vanished, I was like, wait, she's alive? I thought vanished in terms of, like, literally fading out like we've seen happen with this kind of thing before. But I guess vanished in terms of, like, she ran out and, you know, back into the world and stuff. Where did she wander off to? I sure am lucky that you're around to cheer me up, eh? Our journey isn't over. We do well not to waste time in idle conversation. But if you must talk, then perhaps a different topic of conversation would suffice. Oswald, thank you kindly. I should have done a different tone for Oswald's line there. That's what happens when you just see the beginning of the sentence and have to guess what the tone for the rest of it is gonna be. Alright, well. We lit that up. It's a lit. I guess now we go to Tranquil Grotto. Let's get this last one litty. Let's light up the world. Yeah, one last corner to go. Wait. So, because on the loading screen, I'm lighting up those lights there. And I saw during the main game that they were, you know, petering out. Does that mean that that was the flames going out in real time in the game there? And, you know, finally with all 4 of them out now?
It begins.
Means, you know, the darkness came on or something, maybe? I don't know. How the heck do I get through here again? I don't remember. Okay, it is this way more. Fairly certain. Yeah, okay, it is. Wasn't entirely sure. Show me the way. Oh, I think you're a side quest where we can battle you over and over again and you get really strong and you're apparently a really good summon after doing that. I guess he's just out here despite the night. Yeah! Successfully escaped. Alright, well. Let's go on trekking this way. I should probably save. Oh, but the save thing's up there, so I won't bother. And I guess there's no... Oh, I was about to say, I guess there's no music. Yes, there is here. Oh, very dark desert here now. Oh, we have the spooky music. Very spooky here. And it just keeps on going. There's no separate battle music. And how what? Oh. I read that as yeah at first. I was like, wait, what's this referring to? But, misread there. Tranquil Grotto. Alright, well. Let's see if it's really all that tranquil still. Go, been a smidge since I've saved. Any reading in this one? No? Wait. It's not the place to go then? I don't see an objective here. Does it seem like there's somewhere that's really concentrated? Like, I would imagine that it has to be the Tranquil Grotto, right? I don't see an objective marker down here. I think I still had that tab open for what to do. So hold on. Let's see here. So, yeah, it says Tranquil Grotto. Okay, well, I'll just assume that it's down here somewhere. I am in the Tranquil Grotto. I'll just assume that it's down here and head on in. In that case. Don't mind me.
Let's go.
Bye. Barely see anything through all this purple. Can barely even see it. So, thing down there. probably. How I get down there. Oh, I'm not going up that way. That's not happening.
Hey, a customer.
Yeah, I don't know if they're exactly
Bring it
customers. I was trying to leave it on one-time speed so that we don't, like, immediately zoom into the next battle, just in case there's a boss or something like that. Get, like, the cool, slower approach. You get to take in the boss a whole lot better. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter that much. Okay. Well, I made it here. So it wasn't down there. I have no idea how I get that one chest. Not a clue. Yeah. The flame has been doused. It can be rekindled with something. Yeah. And then the shiny mirror. Brightly shining mirror, a blue flame is reflected within. So it was really nothing this time, I just come up and do it.
It was hope that drove me to live, to survive. Drove me away from death's clutches, to guide others along the same path. But hope was a mistake. There is nothing worth living for, nothing in this cruel, unsightly world. There is no dawn worth waiting for. What would you give to see the morrow, Lord Ageha?
Kazan. Why did you betray us? You lifted up Lord Mugen to the throne, then you tore him down from it.
An eagle must hide his talons. It was the only way to catch my true quarry. The Dark Blood Blade. The sacred treasure of Clan Ku. Not an easy thing to steal. Not so long as Mugen stood in my way. So I cut him down with Hikari's sword.
You? What are you?
For years I have hidden my intentions from Ku. My very name. But now you shall know it. Oboro. All I did to prevent the tide of darkness that waits on the morrow from reaching us. Within this blade slumbers the power of the shadow. The power to quench the flames. However, such a feat cannot be accomplished without a sacrifice. The accursed blood of Darkest. If not for its taint, we may have seen a desert free from the stain of crimson. And now, I end this. Hikari. Goodbye, old friend. This world's end calls to me. Soon, you shall have the world you envisioned. A world without bloodshed. For oblivion shall bring peace.
Yeah, I don't know if the world that, Hikari envisioned was necessarily oblivion, you know? Huh. And hello, Guzma. Oh, wait, was there travel banter there? Yeah, we're putting the pieces together, ready to have our blade be unbending, just like old Brick Eisenberg. And, direction. Now we got travel banter. And we're gonna go face the final boss. And all that. Zahn. Mugen's rebellion. The raising of the city. Even my ascent to the throne. They all just more of your plot? Were we all playing into your hands? How many of my friends died because of you? Harry. Since I was a child, I spoke with him about the future I envisioned. A future without bloodshed. Were our ideals so different? Why did he do this? He aims to bring an end to the world. We have to stop him. Together. We will. We'll lead everyone toward the dawn. So... Well... Okay. Am I all healed up and stuff? Yeah. I don't have to worry about, healing up or anything there. We good? Yeah, that's all 4 lit. Well, time to head out there then. I don't think there's anything else that I need to stock up on. Because again, this was the failed Galdear killing squad. Oh, I can, do that for now. Probably use, like, the same 2 parties for the main game final boss that I used to try and kill, Galdear. Do I have gems? I have enough. I have enough of that. Yeah, well, let's head out to the sea. But yeah, how's it going today, Guzma? If I didn't say that before. How go things? Are you mentally prepared? Is your blade unbent enough to... That wasn't here before. Vidania, huh?
That's...
Do you know where we are, Temenos?
the battlefield of the gods. Vidania.
Vidania?
The Isle of Illusions. A legend passed down by the Order of the Sacred Flame. To think it actually exists.
Illusions, eh? So that means we've dropped plumb off the map.
The legend says it was sealed on the ocean floor by the power of the sacred flames.
The sacred flames? Then why is it here? The flames are burning bright, aren't they?
Yes, but there was a moment before we reignited them that their light was snuffed out.
And that was enough to break the seal?
This is what they were after. Those who would deny the dawn.
To world's end. Is that where you are, Kazan? Is that where you plan to call down the night?
Oh, okay. Well, make for Castle Vidania. Okay. I noticed that there was those, purple snowflakes. So is that like the purple rain except there's snowflakes? Huh. Well, okay. I guess this is where Kazan is? Or Oboro?
Wait for me. Kazan.
So, the flames burn once more. Alas, too late. The night fast approaches. And now it shall have the blood it was promised. For we are the night.
Yeah, I will make for the depths here. I will do indeed. Music's kind of interesting here. I'm down for it. Oh, interesting thing with the name there.
Doubtless, your journey was a trying one. You deserve the rest ahead of you. You came here seeking the dawn, yes? I must ask, why? The road you took here is soaked in the blood of those who opposed you. Was it worth it? I suppose it matters not. There is no evil in this world, no good. There is only that which we believe in. Can you tell me, without a shade of a doubt, that the dawn is worth all you have endured?
It is. I want to see tomorrow. I want to meet its dawn with my friends by my side. I take it you disagree. You would turn your back on the future. Kazan.
Your journey will soon reach its end. And then, where will you go? No matter how far you travel, you will never escape. Because no matter where you go, there you will be. Humankind is cursed to live in darkness. Everywhere they squabble over some matter or the other, forever. This world is cruel, unsightly. So, it must end. Tonight, let us share a drink.
Now I am become chaos. Devourer of all life in this world. Even you, foolish mortals. All shall be mine.
This will be our final battle. Together, we'll usher in the dawn. Today, we fight for our friends.
All right.
Travelers.
Do I have to press A?
Where are you? Nothing.
So I guess it depends on who you had at the front. I guess it makes sense for
emptiness is staggering.
For Hikari to respond to him though. So cool that I chose Hikari randomly at the very beginning of the game. That is a character that makes the most sense me talking to Kazan / Oboro. No, as a main character? Like the one that you chose at the beginning of the game, or just at the front of the party? I mean, either way.
Not,
yeah.
But darkness.
That's so...
Soothing darkness.
Yeah, I get it.
Comforting darkness.
He's shot. I get it. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
just getting warmed up.
Interesting. Now then. What would I like to do here? Probably weak to light, right?
Nice.
Okay. Neat.
To work.
And then, yeah, let's start making ourselves a little bit safer here.
Now it begins.
And we're gonna Vengeful
Choose
Blade.
your next move wisely.
Okay. And then, yeah, the music's definitely pretty darn nice. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's definitely what's going on here. Here. See what weaknesses among those. Let's see. Okay, swords. Neat. While raising up our defenses. Make us be in a bit of a safer position here. Okay. Axes. That'll be handy. Okay, nice.
My
Very cool. Wonder how much health you'd have. I could always Hienka, you know, and then Partitio donates a BP, and then I can do a max boost thing or buff, whatever. Just doing this anyway. Yeah, it is pretty cool here.
Axe of the Lionheart.
So, I'm just now realizing I think Partitio still has a base of maneuvers on instead of elemental augmentation, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. It's interesting there. Oh, I'm blind, but I'm fairly certain that's fine. I'm pretty sure here. Well? And some other element of some sort there. I don't know. Can't go wrong with that. Maybe?
To work.
Maybe I should have summoned the Anteater, because I can just, oh, I'll break him on the next turn. That'd be perfect, actually, considering the turn order there. You know, that'll be amazing. I'm down with this music. I mean, I've heard it before. I've listened through the whole soundtrack of this game, but,
Bring it on.
still hearing it in its context. It's pretty neat.
Here's a little something.
But yeah. Oh, yeah. I love orchestral rock and the stuff that Octopath Traveler pulls. Absolutely amazing soundtrack kind of stuff. Oh yeah, but now I need stuff on Hikari. There is a chance that I missed this now, actually.
Allow me.
I landed it. Amazing. Well, I can donate a bunch of BP with Partitio. Then I might have wasted my Seal of Diffusion there. Whatever. Yeah, because I needed to summon my Anteater.
This isn't ideal.
Kind of what I had to do. Alright. Anteater time.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Alright, well, I should not have put on that Seal of Diffusion when I did. Oops.
I'm investing in you.
I'm investing in you.
You're a true friend.
I might have to use Ochette to cure that blindness there.
To work.
So I may have to do. So let's see here. Yeah.
Say your prayers.
Alright, time to be like Roy Mustang. With all the snaps and stuff that my camera partially blocks. Alright. And now... Yeah, I think I'm going to... do that. As a matter of fact. And let's see how much damage we can do. Oh yeah, the vocals are absolutely stellar.
I fight for my keep my friends safe.
Alright. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put on that Seal of Diffusion again, that's fine. Whoa! Alright. So then,
Where was I?
we should go ahead and now... There's more prayer for plenty, how
Fear
about?
not, I will keep you from harm.
Why not? We seem to be in a pretty safe position
I'm just getting warmed up.
right now, though. Alright, well, I wasted a random Seal Diffusion, but whatever, that's fine.
Thank you, Partitio.
Basically wasted a turn there. Okay.
prepare my fight for my friends.
All right, let's see here. Yeah, there is something absolutely incredible about super well done orchestral music. Holy crap! Well, that was a tad of damage. I don't know how much health you have, but that shall be mine. And the others are trapped in darkness. Oh, so this is how my two parties go. If I had known that it was gonna be like this, then I would have styled my parties another way. Oh my goodness. I honestly thought that it would be like before the actual final boss. I thought like maybe this wasn't quite the final boss yet and it would back out, because I was expecting the kind of thing like before Galdera where it's like choose your two parties, you know, is what I was fully expecting. All right, guess that means it's time to improvise. Is what it seems like. Fine. Test fire.
Fire. Burn.
Time to improvise. I can do it. What? He really didn't like the fire. That's probably what it was. Oh. Oh. And I'm facing this with a party I was not expecting to face this with. Again, those broke free from the... Wait, what? The final battle begins. With actually all 8 at the same time? What? Okay, that I was not expecting. And then the turn order. Pax will not reach V-Day. Oh, yo.
Even the dawn will be mine.
Oh, but it is still my two parties. Okay. Interesting. Huh. Ooh. Oh, I gotta try it out with this party for a little bit, for the sake of it. I think that means that leg hold trap also isn't even gonna reach you, right? Yo! I can even disguise as them? Oh, this is gonna be interesting. So I can go as either Throne or Chet here. Yeah, isn't it? It's like the Genie legendary Pokemon mixed with Attack on Titan, mixed with the Bible. Yes. Most amazing mix here. So I could do that. Interesting.
Ta-da.
Ta-da! Give this a go.
There's always hope.
Alright. So... yeah, these thingamabobs here. I don't need to do that right now. Yeah. I don't need to worry about these thingamabobs right now. I guess I can test out weaknesses. Alright, no dagger.
Extend a helping hand to all those in need.
So there's weak to fire at least. So I could always say... Oh yeah, it affected everyone. Element weak while the other's weapon weak. Oh. Oh yeah, why did I use dagger there? Obviously that one's only element weak. I'm so dumb, because fire's the very first element. Oh, you'll even damage those guys. So...
Elena.
Well then. About that. I don't know if I could use Partitio for anything here right now. Nothing I can really do for healing. I mean, I can't go wrong with this. Right? Alright. Okay.
There's a reaction.
Yeah, and then the Fiery Pursuit. Pretty sweet.
Where did I go wrong?
Yeah, I figured that might happen. Well. we can recover here. Hold on. Give you an olive of life.
Another chance.
Then,
At this rate,
let's see here. Oh yeah, I guess I could have coiled. Technically, I could have there.
They're all
Yeah.
waiting for me.
So then we go ahead and do this.
Wounds be healed.
Okay.
Thank you kindly, old chip.
All right.
Oh dear, the histories have come to life.
The histories have come to life.
Might.
So this would be, oh, interesting. Yeah,
Very well.
I should probably, you know, do this.
I deliver unto you a miracle.
I appreciate
All right.
it, Thanos.
Okay. Ow. Bean. Ouch. That's fine. Ow.
I've never lost a fight.
I've never lost a fight. All right, now is definitely the time to start doing some
Here's a
stuff
little
here.
something for you.
Yo. Now is definitely the time. Okay. Well,
I'm just getting warmed up.
whoops. Wrong button there. I started spamming that. Yeah.
Here,
Okay. Now, everyone.
I don't want no trouble.
There we go. Now, let's dodge some physical things. That's not physical, though.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Let's give this
I
a go.
deliver unto you a miracle.
Okay. Then, nice.
My friends, our final battle is at hand.
All right. Yeah, I'll
Choose
do
your
this.
move wisely.
And then,
Here we go.
I can always do this again with a boost to raise our defenses and see some weaknesses here.
Ready, set, go.
Yeah, put us into a bit of a safer position. Yeah, as one does. Okay, yeah. They're not gonna be damaging V-Day. Alright, Axe. That one's not weak to wind. You weak to ice? Nope. Not weak to wind or ice. Imagine light is probably gonna be one. Yeah, nice miss.
I return your wrath twofold.
Well, very nice. Wicked glint. Ow, but that's fine. Who cares? Sinister smile spreads across V-Day's face.
Now it begins.
Well, but yeah. Yeah, maybe. Let's see here. And then time for Anteater stuff.
How's this? Time to strike.
Are you Anteater here soon? Deny the dawn. Okay, not too bad.
Bring it on. I got to take that, that, and that.
All right. Let's see
I don't
here.
want no trouble.
Put on more side steps to everyone. Yeah, this is,
My prey.
you know, the final boss of Octopath Traveler 1 was you had to use all 8 travelers, like 2 parties, as we've seen with Galdera even in this game. But this is all 8 at once. This is pretty neat. I approve. Do I want to Anteater? I mean, I guess it'll just... Oh, I won't even suffer negative defenses, because I still have 1 more turn of defenses up. So I'll just go back to neutral there, which I would next turn anyway. Which means this is the perfect time to use the Anteater. Yeah, now it's a raid boss. All right. Oh yeah, I'm down for this.
Oh dear.
All right.
here I go.
I think. Yeah, so it's not ice. Might be lightning. I can do it to test things out. Definitely not gusts. Here, let's grant some lightning.
Lightning lethality.
Some more free damage after all. All right. All right, just miss everyone.
Really now.
Okay.
Thinking time.
Thinking time. Then,
It's the final answer.
And I forgot to do this earlier. Oops. Well then. In that case, I'm doing this.
This is...
I'll boost my magic a little bit later. Okay. His arms have a decent bit of health. That's okay. Ow.
Cleaning time.
Mean. Okay. And then...
Playtime's over.
Let's see.
As swift as a snake.
I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna give it a go here.
Heavy-footed, aren't you?
Okay. Very neat.
My turn.
Okay, but then can't switch from there. That's okay. Yeah.
Heavy-footed, aren't you?
Bam. All right. Now let's take out that other one.
This wasn't in my calculations.
It's just this group, though.
All right.
Okay. I don't know what these effects are exactly.
Together now.
Well. Yeah, let's do this.
Right up. Well now.
Yeah, so I can't do that. Okay. Yeah, I can't do those. Okay. But this party still can. We can still do so here, which means...
Atone for your sins.
Oh, against random foes. Means that might be worth boosting. Or I guess I can just... This then, actually. Hold on. Are you gonna be weak to lightning? Taking a gamble. Wait. Oh. What am I doing? Yes, because latent power. I was like, wait, that's not gonna whittle down your weak point. Oh, wait a second. Yes, it is. Yeah. Let's see here.
You won't be.
All right. Bam. All right.
Oh dear.
Ah, cool. Glad I put on salt in the wound then. But, I think that the, physical attack buff on Hikari is about to run out. It's probably fine. That's probably a-okay. Here, I can, do this. Yeah. This. And then set up Oswald for some future time here. You know. There we go. That's all I can do. Alright. Now then. Yeah, this time I'll just go straight for this. Alright, how much damage?
Axe of the Lionheart.
Nice. Alright, they're gonna be a curse again. Veil of Darkness lifted. Yeah, there's the curse. Yep, there it be. Okay.
Where was I?
Okay. I wonder. No, I don't need that. Yeah. Still another turn of that here. Yeah. Could always gamble with Bewildering Grace there. 1,000 Blades. If I'm feeling spicy. I probably don't need to use any summons. Most likely not. I could test out your weaknesses, or...
To work.
I could just do this, then.
Let's have a look.
Let's see here. So 250,000 health. Okay. That's fine. Let's at least get our defenses back to neutral. I guess if I use each of these twice, it would actually buff us. Now let's just get it back to neutral. See about some of these weaknesses. Let's see about it. Alright. Well, no lances. Okay, no axes. Okay.
Bring it on.
Are my sidesteps gone?
No, then.
Yeah, I think so. So, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the seal diffusion then.
Here's a little something for you.
That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Deny the dawn. Ouch. Yeah, I want those sidesteps back. I would like them. Why not?
Next move wisely.
Not like it'll wear off or anything.
Here we go.
So, what can I
What
do
to do?
here exactly? Oh, that was Throne. I thought it was Agnia. Hold on.
My prey awaits.
Yeah, I'm getting myself all mixed up here. Temenos will be able to do more anyway. So I can always test out then. Bow. Cool. So dagger for the last one, right? Oh, I don't have enough stuff there.
I don't want no trouble.
I could use some more BP for sure. But yeah, Temenos has the heal more. Yeah. I don't even think I need a boost. Yeah, I really don't. Not even needed. Okay. But because it's not a physical attack, I guess I'm not countering that. Because that's not happening.
Here I come.
It's
So.
my turn now.
Oops, no, wrong. Now that ZR is a button that I use.
Now then.
Getting myself mixed up. Are we still? Wait. Why are my springy boots not having us all go first? The heck? Yeah. Just whittling down weak points that way.
For the future.
Huh. Okay, I don't think there's anything that I need to do there right now. So I'll
Now
act
it
with
begins.
Hikari then. I'll just throw in some more vengeful blades.
Wisely.
My plan. Okay. Stemming bolt. Wow.
I'm just getting warmed up. I can take that and that and that.
All right.
I don't want no trouble.
Yeah, this will make us a decent bit safer.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I think I gotta do this again.
A miracle.
Thank you kindly,
What I'll
General.
need to do. So I can put wind onto weapons. Because I know there's that.
My prey
Means
awaits.
I think it's time to use these
Hope
boosts.
for tomorrow.
And conjure gusts.
Instilled with wind's blades.
There we go. Yeah.
Now then.
So, let me just make sure. That's dagger, right? There's a dagger thing here, right? Yeah, sure. Just for funsies.
There.
Well,
now.
yep.
I'm feeling all better.
Alright. There's the deny the dawn again. Ow, but it's fine.
My turn.
Alright. Hikari is my other option there. So I could well do this. To really whittle down your shield points there.
Open your eyes.
Okay. Indeed. I'm gonna start preparing for big damage here. So. Yeah. Have some light key. Let's see how much damage Oswald can do coming up here. You know.
Here goes.
Alright.
Here I go.
My other thingamabobs here, or, yeah. SP recovery. Feebling effects. Yeah, I don't think I need to do anything there. I mean, I could do this while I'm preparing to do big damage here coming up.
Do not think ill of me.
Script. Weak to poison.
All right.
Okay. Do I want to break you with Agnia? Because I could just do that. You know. Yeah, in fact, I think I will. Matter of fact here. I'll go for big damage next turn. Alright. Means that now we go to learn skills here. And we break bedrock. Yep. Wall. Then we anteater now. Alright. This is gonna affect us four. Or even my allies down there. I hope it's my allies down there too. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there it is. Very sweet. Alright. So this is the this is actually the last turn that you're weak to poison, which means that I should probably. Can I do poison here? Do I need to use my skill? Alright, well. Yeah. If I say poison them for 2 turns. Yeah. Do what I can here.
Poison slash.
Bam! How much the poison does. I don't know how exactly the weak to poison works. Just like you take more damage while the poison's going. Probably is something or other. Alright. Let's see.
My turn.
Yeah, I'll only use the 2 because I don't want anyone to spend their turn giving an extra BP to him. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay. Then we can do, say, I could do hired help. What BP do I have on Throne here? Decent bit, and I can act twice. I need to figure out something that I'd be doing with my second round through, but oh yeah, there's armor corrosive that I could always do there. I don't know how worth it is. I'm doing sneak attack because I know that that'll do big damage.
Heavy-footed, aren't you?
Yep. Very nice. Okay.
Cleaning time.
And then, oh, I guess I could have taken this opportunity to give a BP to Hikari after all. Oh well. Is there anyone that I want to give BP to there? No, we're pretty full up over here. I think we're pretty good. That doesn't look like it does anything. I don't know, what's the positive stats effect gonna be? Let's see. Ah, a free BP, I'll take it. Alright. Oswald?
Feel my wrath. Let me show you what I've learned.
Yes, time for Ignis Ardare.
Burst forth, mighty flames.
Okay. Did, you know, like 90k. Which is pretty nice there.
Let's go.
So, yeah. I mean, I could just... I would have done more damage if I had managed to do something like this first. Maybe I'll save this in case for next round. But for now, maybe I can say... I don't need to fix our defenses, that'd be a waste here, because it's about to wear off there. Should I try that? Wait. You are weak to dagger, though. Which implies that I should save this. Breaking you, right. That's what I should probably do.
My turn.
No, I don't know. You're actually. I mean, you can't go wrong with something like that. You know, can't exactly go wrong with that. Welcome back, Anima.
Meet Alfred, the Flamebringer.
Is that going to affect this turn too? Because I already have Hienka there, so let's see here. You're lurking. Hope you enjoyed the lurk.
Axe of the lion heart. Who's next?
All right. Yeah, I think I kind of built my party really, really strong, considering this was intended to kill Galdera. This might have been a little bit much strength that I gathered for the main game. Okay, well, that was really cool though, not gonna lie.
Why do you spurn its embrace? Travelers, the light has left. And yet, you protest. And yet, you stand defiant. For a dawn, bereft of light. Mark well, travelers. Do not forget. I am eternal.
Isn't that the same sound effect that's used in Tears of the Kingdom when you're getting a memory? Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
My friends, the dawn has come.
Epilogue unlocked? I thought there'd be more of like an ending cutscene, so I was bunching a thing or bob. Sometimes I keep snackers in my drawer. Epilogue unlocked. The beginning of the epilogue marks the end of your journey. Once you're done roaming and ready to see what lies at the end of the final path, proceed to the indicated destination. Wait, what? So is that where I go to for finishing the story? Epilogue? So is it done? I beat the final boss, but now for the actual ending, I just gotta go there? Or something or other? I might save back my first slot again. Leave that. Oh, look, all the things are lit in the, yeah, in the bottom right again for the loading screen. Okay. But yeah, I mean, the fight goes terrible. It went awful. Like this, I'm really glad they asked how the how the fight is going here. So, completely awful there. Like, I'm really struggling here. Now let's go back into the slot. There we go. I'm fairly certain I still have evasive maneuvers on. Also, I didn't want to use any of my actual summons there because part of me still kind of wants to save them for Galdera. I don't want to remember where I recruited everyone from. So, yeah. We're gonna go wander down and go see how this story ends, I guess. Now that peace has been returned to the world. But yeah, having all 8 at once there and switching back and forth between the two. Had I known that's how it was gonna go, I would have strategized my party setup around that, but no, hey, it worked fine. Yeah, just suppress those. Now just close OBS. Playing this on my Switch here. I don't know why I thought I could go through there. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. So yeah, this was the campsite that we were at before, right? Is that a moose? No, I'm turning, it's a deer. No, I'm turning my head like this, like I'm looking over the trees, like that'll somehow help me see it better. Just a real life force of habit there, I guess. Yeah, back to the campsite. Not even an encounter. Not too
I shall
soon.
be your opponent.
Oh, I'm not even fully restored here.
Prepare
I have to
yourself.
go to an inn. The true final battle is now then?
Spear of the Warlord. I still have much to learn.
That was the true final battle of this playthrough then, right? Yeah, I saved. I swear, there's more battles to do. I mean, we'll see.
It's always good to see a familiar sight.
Yes, even if it's for the last time.
This is it, isn't it? The end of our journey.
Hey now, who's saying that? There's still plenty of steps left in these legs.
Indeed. We each will continue on our own paths.
To travel is to live, or so they say.
Ochet?
I feel sad. I don't want to say goodbye.
I too find myself reluctant to part ways with everyone. How odd.
It won't be the same without you. I'll miss our feasts.
As will I.
I don't want to forget this moment. This feeling.
You won't, Ochet. We won't.
Our journey will live on forever, in here.
Well said.
Right.
There's something I want to say, but I'll keep it to myself for now. When we meet again, I'll tell you.
I'm so glad I met everyone. I'll never forget our adventures together. Not even when I'm old and gray. You can count on it. Never, never, ever. But let's see each other before then.
Well, I'll be. Seems I've got something in my eyes. This ain't a farewell, you hear? I put no stock in it. Happy trails.
Right. Thanks for everything. Sorry. I'm terrible at these things.
Until we meet again.
During our journey, I found something I never thought I would. Something even more important than meat. I won't forget you all. Until next time.
May the roads ahead of you be filled with fortune and smiles. If you fall sick or become wounded, send a letter. I shall come with haste.
Our journey was long, but all roads end. It's time to go home. My friends await.
well, I suppose that's it. One thing I noticed during the end there is it seems like everyone left in reverse order of the order that I recruited them in, interestingly enough. So, yeah, I guess when Cassie's the last one to leave and say bye, they're directing it towards the empty group. I guess it's just they go in the one particular order then. Yeah, that I quite enjoyed that. You know, I loved Octopath Traveler 1. That game really blew my socks off. It, you know, took me a long time to get through it. It was probably the first ever long playthrough done on this channel when that first came out. Yeah, that thing was pretty freaky right there. So when Octopath Traveler 2 was announced, I was really hyped. And I honestly did really enjoy this game. I feel like I didn't enjoy it as much as I could have if, you know, I had a lot more time, things were a lot more easygoing. Like, in Octopath Traveler 1, that was still when I was primarily doing Smash 4 viewer games. I was doing like a bit of Dead by Daylight. I was doing mostly multiplayer games like that, while doing a little bit of playthrough things on the side, just purely for fun. But it wasn't the main thing that I did. So I wasn't really balancing multiple playthroughs at that time. It was a very different era for the channel, and I just had all the time that I wanted. And it was just a nice step away and break from the multiplayer games and stuff, and I really quite enjoyed it. It's very different for me schedule-wise now, what with, you know, the bazillion games and projects that I'm always going through around here at once. So part of me was kind of stressed out about, like, man, how am I gonna find the time for a game this long to be wedged in? Especially after there was a couple weeks of grinding that I did to take on Galdera there. You know, but somehow I managed to find a way. But, you know, I feel like you can't quite fully appreciate a game when you're handling it from the perspective of, I feel obligated to get through this, rather than just like, yep, time to sit down, chill, and take it easy. Which, if I wasn't a content creator and I was playing, you know, games purely for that reason and that was it, I probably would have gotten like an absolute blast out of this. Just, oh, and it's showing my actual setups and stuff like that in these battles, I'm now noticing. Interesting. Yeah, I probably would have really enjoyed this. I've probably beaten it like months ago. This came out, what, end of February? It's currently the 13th of July. This took me a hot second. Ah! But, you know, at least we're through it. But yeah, saying things like, at least we're through it at the end is not exactly the best sign there in terms of the way that I handle these things. I would have gotten a lot more enjoyment out of this if it was purely for the sake of just like hopping into and chilling out. And considering gameplay-wise, this game just seemed to do pretty much nothing but improve over the original Octopath Traveler and how much I love the original Octopath Traveler. I thought that this was great. I did have a lot of fun with this. But man, if I could hand this to me 5 years ago, shortly after, like with a little smidge of a break after clearing Octopath 1, but still shortly-ish after, like I probably would have gotten a lot more of a blast out of it then, when I had more time and I was just, you know, chilling on the side, taking a break from multiplayer games and stuff like this. But, you know, overall, I do have to say that this was honestly a great game, you know? This was fantastic. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't free of complaints I had. Like, one of the things that I didn't really notice all that much in Octopath Traveler 1 that I began to notice here, well, I should just say through the HD2D series in general that has kind of culminated with this, is, it's really sunk into me how basic the cutscenes have to be. You know, like, the environments are really cool. I love exploring around the world, the boss designs and stuff like that, but this game is very story-based, evidently, and having long cutscenes where, you know, the characters are just simple sprites that aren't really doing much except for, like, head nodding, some very basic emotes from time to time, it doesn't really make for very interesting cutscenes. So during the, you know, if it's short cutscenes, you know, it's fine, and the voice acting was stellar, the voice acting was amazing, but, you know, when you're in a scene that's just like a lore dump for 10 minutes of two characters talking back and forth, I could feel myself getting bored and, you know, with my camera off and mic off, you know, like I do there during cutscenes, I would start to browse my phone, like browse my email and try to catch up on like, oh, what other stuff have I missed here? Just because it kept on going on and on there. So while I do really like the art style, I love the HD2D style and I find it really charming, it started to really sink in for me this far in the HD2D series that, it really isn't the best for story-driven things, is it? It's super long cutscenes. Like, maybe this would be the kind of game that's better suited as something like environmental storytelling, like a Metroid-like thing, or something like that. Because, yeah, the cutscenes when the characters are just talking back and forth, and that's all that's happening, can be really interesting if you handle it well. Like, a game that we played recently on the channel that we were just chatting about a little bit earlier this stream, Metal Gear Solid. Like, despite its very basic movements like head bobbing and stuff like that, turning, stuff like all that. Why do I keep saying stuff like that? Just force habit, I guess. Because of the camera continuing to move in very interesting ways and how cinematic it was, it kept the whole thing engaging, and I was hooked on those cutscenes. I loved the cutscenes of Metal Gear Solid. It was really cool. But, you know, and it also had really fascinating dialogue. And this game had, like, some pretty fascinating dialogue at times, too. But, you know, Metal Gear Solid is a 3D game. You can move the camera in interesting ways. In a 2D environment like this, you don't really have the options to just, like, spin the camera around at different angles. It's not really a thing, which makes me feel like, you know, this might not be the best suited thing to long scenes with story-based stuff. You know, this is something that, thinking back on the other HD 2D games, may have been an issue if I thought more about it, and if I was balancing other things and, you know, feeling things drag on. I feel like the thing that dragged on the most was that chapter 4 of Hikari with Raimei, where, you know, in the cell there and chatting and just like, man, it's just going on and on. And, oh, I'm out of the cell, I go upstairs, and then they chat for a while, and it's like, yeah, that battle right there. It could drag on a little bit. Generally, I found it pretty interesting, the story, but, you know, I don't feel like story and HD 2D necessarily go the best together, at least not in this format. Though the story that was being told was intriguing, I feel like after Octopath Traveler 1, there was definitely a couple particular stories that stood out to me more than the others, and it's like, wow, that was a really cool standalone story. And this game, I don't think any of the stories are ones that stood out to me so much that it's like, wow, that was amazing. I think my favorite was probably Partitio's. It was just like a really feel-good story. But, you know, the others were just like, okay, yeah, that's, you know, kind of typical for what would happen there. Like, there was nothing really that blew my expectations out of the water there. The overall story and seeing everything come together again, just like Octopath 1, I quite liked that. I quite liked how the characters actually interacted with one another in it, and it really did feel like the culmination of all the Traveler stories. And as opposed to Octopath Traveler 1, where it was just like, here's the culmination of the lore, now fight this dark god that literally none of the characters have ever heard about before. Like, the final boss and the build-up of everything coming together in this game felt a lot more related to each of the characters' story than the first game, I will say. And one of the, on the topic of the story, one of the complaints from the first game was that there was, like, next to no interaction from the travelers with one another. I do like the measures that this game took to change that around. I do kind of wish that the other travelers were present in one another's stories. I guess they were with, like, the party chats and stuff. But, you know, I feel like it could have been better, but at least there was some progress. And we got to have, like, party chats, like the characters chatting about one another's stories. The stuff in the taverns being also party chats there. The dialogue within the battles, where they would quip with one another and be like, good job, insert name here. You know, where it does feel like they're an actual party instead of, like, completely disconnected figures. I quite enjoyed that. And then at the end, all the travelers actually moving towards this final boss and facing it together and putting all the pieces together, as opposed to just Octopath Traveler 1, where all their stories are done, and they're all just, you know, completely silently doing whatever the player wants, moving towards the final boss there that had, like, nothing to do with them, really. You know, here it felt like they were actually playing an active part in one another's stories, and I appreciated that. So that's the story there. I think I'm done talking about the story. The gameplay, like I was mentioning earlier, I do like how it just improved upon Octopath Traveler 1, how it continued to expand on it with things like latent power. I quite like the latent power in this game. That was pretty cool. Some of the changes that they made for balance, like the overhealing that they, you know, severely nerfed, and probably rightfully so, or the way that they handle advanced magic. One of the things I really disliked in Octopath 1, is this another scene that we should watch first before I continue my review? Brightland's New Delsta. Okay.
This place is bursting with life. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
No auto advance, I have to press
But
A.
first, I must seek out my friends.
I must seek out my friends. And there's I already see some familiar faces around here. Should I wrap up my review here first? I think the thing I wanted to talk most about was the story. Anyway, gameplay-wise, I do like the additional things like latent power. That was pretty darn neat there. Keeping the things that worked from Octopath Traveler 1, like the turn tracker at the top, that I really wish Bravely Default 2 had used, considering how wacky that game was with its turn order. Like, that could have learned a little bit more from Octopath Traveler. But I do wish that there was some more variance. The, like, the 8 main jobs are exactly the same. Most of their skills are exactly the same. Like, some things were changed around, but for the most part, like, if you played a job in Octopath Traveler 1, there would be, like, the exact same thing in this game. I really wish that rather than just, like, rehashing and maybe slightly tweaking the same 8 jobs over again, like, they had given us a fresh 8 Traveler types with kits that we had never seen before in Octopath Traveler 1, you know? Like, I feel like in video games, whenever you're making a sequel, or just more titles, that you need to strive for a balance of having a familiar feel, but also having enough new stuff. Like, it feels different, but similar, you know? Like, Xenoblade Chronicles has been really good at that. Xenoblade, like, all 3 of the Xenoblade Chronicles games work based off of a real-time combat system where your arts recharge and you select your arts. But in Xenoblade 1, it's like you have all your arts at the bottom of the screen, you use the D-pad to navigate, and you press A to use them. There's things like the visions and stuff, and the way that chain attacks work there, of, you know, going around, attacking, and then, you know, hopefully it gets expanded based on your character's affinity with each other, and a whole bunch of deeper mechanics. In Xenoblade 2, you would have arts assigned to the face buttons. You would have 3 at a time, as well as a special, and that would be determined by which blade you have equipped, and you can equip up to 3 and change out which one you're currently using with the D-pad. So you'd have 3 at a time and change what set of 3 you're using with a D-pad. That might also vary on circumstances. So a similar idea, but, you know, completely different gameplay there. And Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was the biggest party size yet, with 6 or 7 party members, and being class-based. Like, you could unlock new classes and assign them around to your characters based on, like, what kind of builds that you want to make, instead of everything just being determined, like, ahead of time, like Xenoblade 1 and 2, that was determined by, you know, the characters slash the blades and stuff. It was a lot more customizable. So I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles is a really good example of having the game feel similar enough that it's like, alright, I get the feel here, I'm getting into it, but still being, like, vastly different. Taking the ideas that are already established, but doing something completely new with them. I was hoping that Octopath Traveler 2 would do that, by giving us 8 completely new job types, 8 completely new travelers, but, or at least if it was to be the same, give a completely new skill set to each, to give me something that I haven't tasted before. But, here I was just essentially fed the exact same Octopath Traveler meal, where it's like, wait, aren't these the exact same skills from the first game? Are you kidding me? Like, some things were changed around, mostly for balance reasons there. Like, there were some different skills. But, for the most part, it was basically exactly the same. You know, it just felt like playing Octopath Traveler 1 again, class-wise, for the main 8 classes. So I really wish that there was some variance there. It is neat how they changed up the Special 4 jobs. I do like how there was some difference there. They did borrow some of the ideas from Octopath Traveler 1, like they kind of turned Rune Lord into Conjurer and Arcanist, like they kind of shared some aspects around. And again, you know, I don't mind having some familiarity. I wish that there was more variance. Maybe we could have seen that among the main classes, what they did for the special classes or something like that. The special classes also didn't feel as broken in this game as the first one. And maybe that's a good thing, instead of just being like, oh yeah, unlock that class, and, you know, these are the best characters, and then all the ones that are stuck with normal secondary jobs are not as good, you know? Like, so, I guess maybe that would make sense from a balance perspective, but it didn't feel as game-breaking to unlock them. Especially things like Conjure, where it's like, here, take my power, and, you know, it'll help you reach new heights, and it's like, okay, is it gonna be really spicy? It's okay. It helped me in the final boss a little bit there. But it's not anything, you know, phenomenal or anything like that. Inventor, I think, is interesting and a good example of a job that's like, here's something very different compared to the kinds of things that we're used to. And Arcanist was kind of intriguing, but I mostly just used it to spam sidestep. Anyway, when this cutscene was coming in, I interrupted myself earlier when I was saying something that I hated from the original game, and I'll follow up on that now, is the way that magic worked along the scholar line. Is you initially start out with a skill for fire, ice, and lightning that would just be cast once. And then you could level up the job and unlock skills that were hit twice with fire, hit twice with ice, and twice with lightning, which would really use up like your slots of how many different skills you have. It would really eat that up. And then when you unlocked the whatever the heck, the spellmaster, the special job, whatever it was, that would grant you 3 of each of the things. So if you gave it to the best elemental attacker of Cyrus, then he would have in his kit the ability to cast like fire, ice, and lightning once with one particular skill, twice with another set of 3 skills, or 3 times with this set of 3 skills, and you'd only ever want to use the 3 He'd have basically no reason to use the 1 or the 2 ever again, and that's like 6 slots that are used up at that point. You know, it just felt silly. It would just invalidate the earlier things. So that was something that I really didn't like about the first game. And I was honestly debating about even giving that special job to someone else so that Cyrus could keep on using his like 2 and then someone else could use the 3 but I just couldn't go wrong with Cyrus's damage that he'd get, even if that meant that he would have so many skills that are just essentially useless. It seems like the developers recognized that for this game, and they changed around how it works. So scholars and, just magic users in general are only ever in the job itself going to have being able to cast once as part of the thingamabob. They have the basic fireball, ice, and thunder, or whatever the heck. When you use the different skill of Alphen's Wisdom, or whatever the heck it was, you can grant the ability to have them be casted 2 times. Have it use more advanced magic. Or like the Stone of Truth that I have on Temenos changes things to 2 times, and things like Heal More that boost the intensity of your spells. But if you use Max Boost and use maybe it was Alphen's Wisdom at Max Boost, where you grant the thingamabob for like the maximum intensity of spells, then it's the 3 kind. And it's like, okay, so it's not as easy to spam the 3 and like now you actually have to strategize a little bit more, and now you don't have skill slots that are just going completely to waste. That change that they made for the general way that spells worked, I like that. I like that change that they did, So there's that. And hello Eagle and Saza. I hope things are going all right today. So yeah, I like that change. That was pretty cool there. Pretty neato. What else here? When I played the original Octopath Traveler, one of the things that I said was on the end of that playthrough was I think that it was the only game that I've ever played where I actually had fun with the random encounters, because I was having fun like figuring out enemy weaknesses, breaking them, and getting through and stuff. I didn't really do that as much in this game, with time stuff. I just kind of, grinded up to be really strong and then bum rushed stuff. So that's kind of what I needed to do time-wise. So I don't know if I'd still say that about Octopath there. But yeah. Oh, neat for is my chat off? Oh, it was. For a thing that they're gonna sell there in some way. But yeah, so I don't know if I'd say the same now, because I didn't really engage with that part of the game as much. What else? Is there anything else big gameplay wise that I'd like to mention there? I don't know here. Yeah, I could fully imagine it being, but we'll see here. Maybe there'll be some other things gameplay wise that I'll think of shortly here. Music. My goodness. The soundtrack was my favorite part of Octopath Traveler 1. It is without a doubt my favorite part of Octopath Traveler 2. Like, my god. The soundtrack of this game was absolutely stellar, just like Octopath 1. I feel like Octopath 1 probably made more of an impression on me, just that also could be because I, took my time and savored that game a whole lot more rather than rushing through. But, shortly after this game came out, I found the full soundtrack online, and I put it on my laptop. And, at least once a week for the past couple months while I'm working, rather than listening to one of my playlists on YouTube or something like that, or listening to some YouTube mix, I'll just go into that folder and look through the Octopath Traveler 2 soundtrack for things I want to listen to, and I'll just relax with some of the things there. Because my goodness, the soundtrack of this game is absolutely amazing. Of, HG2D games in general, but especially Octopath Traveler 1 and 2, in my opinion. Those have got to be my favorite of the HG2D soundtracks there. They are such amazing orchestral music, I'm such a big fan of orchestral music, and this game really hit it out of the park with its orchestral music. And Octopath Traveler is also such an awesome example of how to do orchestral rock. you know, it's stellar. And like in the final boss there, it was really darn cool. And then finally, I guess art style and graphics and stuff. As always, it's really cool. It's really charming. I really love the look of the HD 2D games in general, but it's probably not suited for overly long cutscenes and characters just chatting. I think that that's my general... I think that that's my bases covered. I think that that's my review pretty much wrapped up, unless I think of any more things here. I would generally recommend this game, but if your time is limited, then maybe not. Is probably the way that I look at it. But generally, yeah, that was a fine video game there. But yeah, so you beat him? Nope. Let's talk with this dude over here. But yeah, let's see here. And I don't know. We'll figure out whenever that comes closer. Still got a lot of problems waiting to be solved, but for today, let's celebrate. Try not to get carried away, Edmund. I wouldn't want you hung over at tomorrow's peace talks. Try my best not to get in Lady Melia's way. So good to see you again, Will. How is the business going? Hey there, Melia. It's been a while. Everyone loves your town's herbs. Now let's chat with everyone. I can't believe that man. Just where has he gone off to this time? Alright, well, I can still go into inns and stuff. Hi. Guess I can't chat with you. The city can be very dangerous, Elena. You need to watch your step. Still time until this show starts. I need to get a present for Papa. Boop-a-da-bow. I look forward to seeing her shine upon the stage. The next voyage is going to be a long one. I should have all the fun I can on land today. I need to keep honing my skills. When I work hard, Susk works hard. Who are these two again? Oh no. Yeah, I'll make an 8-hour essay on this game. The new boss was amazing, but I never thought he'd bring us to a city like this. Where's that ticket boss bought me? So the show starts at, I remember the last time I was home like this. Is there some kind of festival going on? The president makes a final decision, but perhaps I could put in a good word for passionate youth like yourself. I'll work hard, I promise. Please, let me prove it to you. I realize I missed someone on the left there, but, is that the latest model of the astronomical telescope? Can't believe it. The refractive indexes. You'd be surprised to find out just how key the Neo steam engine's metallic plates were in my research. I heard there's a big star in town. Maybe I'll go see what's happening at the theater later. Oh, and there's someone important to talk to over in here. Hi, what are you doing in here?
I've been waiting for you. No time for pleasantries. Let's mosey.
So we're gonna gather my squad together, right? I can't open my menu right now. I assume that they're actually all gonna follow behind me. Right. Gonna be the case. Because you can have 8 people around you in this game because of summons. Recruiting again, boss? Already got 30 newcomers just this month. You there, with the white fur. Would you like to join our traveling troupe? You look like you have promise. The more people we have, the merrier the performance. Even the Great Isle Warden is reduced to a mere attraction in this big city. Chet, it's really a good idea to bring me here.
Hey, I knew I recognized that scent.
No, you didn't.
I've got plenty of food for everyone, so let's go.
Alright, well, come along. Let's gather our squad together here. So now we'll go up here. Aye. This place has always been lively. Never seen it like this before. Now that we've completed the Continental Railroad, I think we can leave the rest to the next generation, Pep. Right? Maybe it's time you and I retire, Rock. Run a little shop together. What do you say? I was just going around to whoever was there, but
here's a familiar face. Shall we be on our way?
Yep, we shall. I mean, if I had my choice, I might not have been a half-bad first choice there, because he is Particio. Really, Temenos? Fine, I'll overlook it this time. One over there. One over here to chat to? No. Doesn't seem like. I thought I would step foot in this city again. I love how it's playing the Octopath Traveler leitmotif here. Pretty neat. I noticed it a little bit earlier, but it was a lot fainter. Haven't been here in 50 years. Not much has changed, to be honest. Come on, hurry up. I don't want to miss the show. Wait.
Hey there, I'm Paula, Agni's little sister. I'm so glad you could make it. I'm about ready to explode from excitement.
So, is Agnia doing the show, so we're taking her sister instead in the party? I would guess so. Yeah. Wow, amazing. But yeah. Yeah, it might well have been. Are you watching Kuani? Today, your little girl becomes a star. Yeah, it's definitely Agnia there. Lady Raime, there's no need to rush. Still plenty of time before the show starts. I refuse to be late. No matter what, I will keep my promise. She's come quite a long way, hasn't she? Oh, time hasn't changed her one bit. Oh, you won't want to miss tonight's performance. I knew a star would draw a crowd, but that was fast. Madame Dulcinea seems even more fired up than usual today. Even this guy? This may be the greatest audience this theater has ever seen! Say, you have some, really beautiful muscles. Beautiful muscles. It's the first time someone's ever said that about me. Alright. Yeah, whenever a game reuses a main leitmotif throughout the series and uses... Maybe not even necessarily throughout the series, throughout the game. Sorry, I do series on games, so that's what I had in my head, but generally throughout the game. But even better if you do it in a series, it's pretty cool. It's always awesome when it's used in a meaningful way, and this main leitmotif here.
Thank goodness we were able to find each other. I'm looking forward to the performance.
Nice, nice. Yeah, there is. I've tried it, and I failed. Today is a beautiful day for a song. If I do end up beating it, it'll be during Fragapalooza. What a beautiful melody. Makes me want to dance. Anyone in here? Hi. Never thought I'd be walking free through these streets. Glamorous life ain't bad, but I'm pretty content with what I have. As long as we've got you, boss, we don't need anything else. Hello? Just barge into everyone's house for fun. This is the first time I've seen a human eat so happily. This jerky is incredible. The scent, the taste, oh, I just can't get enough. Of course there'd be people in here. Oh yeah, and it was marked as a thing anyway, because it was Gil's bar there. They're mid-80s, is the case. So this is where she danced, huh? Nice place. Coffee's good too.
I hate crowds.
Well, come on, get up, GIF, else we'll be late for the show. I don't know why he's so sad about. The president knows he's doing good work. I'm working hard. Really, I am. President is... Yeah, I suppose it does. Closing up early today. Got some hot plans later. Alright. Then we trek out this way. Whoa. And over here. What? 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 Do I loop around? Or something? Yeah, I can't go into there. I was curious if the change time button worked. It doesn't. Oh, this way. Okay, so a little smidge later then. I gotcha. Yeah, oh, it makes sense for Throne to be here.
You're late. Though I only just arrived myself. Let's go.
Let's. Alright. Yeah. So now we trek this way. Who's over here? In just normal New Delsta. Not New Delsta backstreets or any other place, but just normal New Delsta. Yeah, there it is. Iconic tune. Is there someone that I missed around here? What? What's going on here? Oh. Oh, do I just go in now? Because, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so it meant I see what it was guiding me towards. I getcha. Like, wait, who'd I miss? Perfectly timed with the music. Almost.
Life is a journey. The places you go, the deeds you do, the tales whose hero you become. Every road is yours to take. once went on a journey. I was one of 8. My friends and I visited every corner of the realm. The winding road we walked was full of surprises. And I know the memories we made will be with me forever. Looking back on them now brings a comforting warmth to my heart. Our lives are both a journey and an adventure. The path ahead may be dangerous, and you may even feel like giving up when the night is long and dark. But remember, in those times, especially in those times, you don't need to walk alone. No path is too perilous so long as friends are at your side. Walk astride to the dawn. I hope that your journey and the dawn that awaits are filled with light. This song is for you. Octopath Traveler.
It's really one of those games that says their name at the end, and that's how they managed to do it, huh? Well then. Thank you for traveling with us. Yeah, pretty neat. She said the thing. She said the Octopath Traveler. Yeah, I mean, I very much adored Octopath Traveler 1 and, 2 here as well. And now you've kind of spoiled the fact that it's not done for me. Thanks. Well, that was certainly something. Well, so then another scene happens. Oh, or that! New title screen. Or the new mark on the title screen. Cool. Yeah, that was a good time there. I mean, it depends on if I have time, which I might not. Really depends. Is the case. Alright, yeah. We're back to oh. Where's the inn here? Where the heck? Over there. Over here. But yeah. If I have the time, which, I'm not gonna make any promises because time is a valuable thing. And my goodness gracious, considering 2 weeks is what I spent to it before, I do not exactly want to put on the expectation that it will for sure be done. But yeah, I guess we did it. Yes, we did it here. So yeah, with that, thanks everyone who stopped by and hung out for our Octopath Traveler 2 series, maybe our general Octopath Trilogy series, or maybe even our HD 2D series, in case anyone's tuning into any one of those around on the channel. We've cleared another title here. So yeah, I appreciate everyone who, along with me, embarked on this Octopath Traveler. And until whatever next adventure calls us then. Until next time, take care and see you.